Well, good day everyone and welcome to another stream of Shante. Has more trouble getting to actual stream than living his life, I guess. Because holy shit, yesterday was interesting the stuff that happened. At first I had a little delay related with personal stuff. And later when I started Genshin, I left the update running during the morning. And when I came back to it, apparently everything was lost. So I had to start downloading it again, and when I started downloading again, the download got extremely slow. Like it was going at a decent pace at first, but then it got extremely slow, and I couldn't continue anymore, and I had to delay this to the day. So I'm sorry for that. But hey, I guess that's just my luck running with me. Now if only I could get that bad luck runner on me. It'll be cool. But yeah, I guess at least we have something to talk about thanks to that, don't we? But hey, Genshin Impact Day again, because I actually want to continue with the story, because there's a new update. There's a few interesting things, like for example, we have sung the story quest, but of course I think I don't have enough level for it yet. I have to do the other story quest too. New Hunger Event series that I haven't completed the first one yet because I'm an idiot. That runs. The most interesting thing that I really wanted to check out was this: a teapot to call home. And this is an event that is basically transforming into a new mechanic of the game. As you can see, it's permanent, and I think it was something related to an interesting thing that I didn't expect from here. Okay, let's go. It was, from what I heard, it's basically create your own house kind of stuff. So let's complete the quest from Madame Pink and let's get our house. Because holy shit, I've been tired of sleeping in mountains. One is too windy, the other is too dirty. Freaking mountains. Okay. There's a lot of things here in Leo that I haven't checked yet, but I guess it's not time just yet. I guess they just appeared after I completed the series of events that happened last time, didn't they? Everything is going correctly, yes. This paranoid. That's all. I think I got actually some mail. Yeah, I thought so. Oh, nice. This is going to be good, because you know I don't really have any Primo gems, and I really need to wish this time because Sungli is actually a good character from what I've seen. So yeah, but I will have another Geo in my team, and that's like, wow, can I stop with the fucking Geos? But yeah, that's the main reason why I don't use my Traveler in Geo state. Because I already have Almera, which is pretty good. We have a new domain, I think. Yeah, it seems so. Oh yeah, because of the event, it added a new boss that we have to check out. It's basically to get level up stuff for Ice character, which is very good for me because Rosario is pretty good.
Children, come. You've arrived at just the right moment. I've been looking for you.
It's convenient, I always pass through Louis.
Oh, what is it, Granny? Need any help?
Oh, no. You've done so much for Liyue Harbor already. I could hardly ask for more.
Still, I don't understand how your god gave away its power so quickly.
In fact, my old friends and I have been putting our heads together to think of what sort of gift we might give you.
Oh, I'm actually getting a gift. That's good.
A gift? For Paimon?
You're too kind, I guess.
Oh, child, you are so very modest. Uncommonly so, even. But you mustn't decline this gift. I simply won't allow it.
Are all the people in Leo assholes or something?
When you traversed my old teapot in search of the cleansing bell, I heard your little friend mention that you often camp out in the wilds.
I mean, we don't have a home to speak of.
That simply won't do. Especially since I imagine you still have a
Yeah, we've
very
done-
long journey ahead of you.
We helped 2 of 7 lands, so you make the numbers.
Fortunately, I have not yet grown so old as to see my subspace creation abilities atrophy.
Yeah, what the heck is a subspace creation?
Oh, did my friends never mention that to you?
No.
Well then, it is a blessing we old folks once received from Rex Lapis, part of our illumination, if you will.
Really? Like every old person gets that?
I will not go into too much detail, but subspace creation is the ability to create a small, autonomous pocket world. The teapot that you entered previously was a little trinket created using that ability.
A trinket, you say?
So, in the eyes of an Adeptus, creating a magic teapot world is just child's play, huh?
I mean, considering that we've seen domains that are bigger than everything that will look like leather here in Tibet, it's not weird.
Indeed, the teapot is nothing to boast of. One such as myself must depart from this realm to create a world of one's own. Rex Lapis, on the other hand, moved mountains and seas. That is what one might call an exercise of true power.
Did he break up stuff in Tibet just to bring it to his own world?
But that's enough nostalgia for now. The gift that I have prepared for you just requires a few final materials to add the finishing touch.
What are the missing materials?
That's right! Finding stuff's what we're good at, after all.
It's the only stuff we do, Paimon.
Oh, settle down now, children. There's no need for you to go running hither and thither.
I read this as
Already
Hitler.
found
I'm
a
sick.
fleet-footed youngster to prepare what I need. What's more, I doubt that you would know how to find the materials I am searching for. Some of them are very rare indeed these days.
And what are those, if I may ask?
Well, for starters, I require some shimmer soil from the banks of Dihua Marsh. Back in the day, it could only be found where the glazed lilies thrived most profusely.
Another object that has gone to that.
You would have to dig downward, following the roots of the glazed lilies. And if you were lucky enough,
Wow.
you just might find a small patch of shimmer soil there. But almost no one has been able to find shimmer soil in this manner since Dihua Marsh came to be the way it is today. Even more difficult to find is Smaragdus jadeite,
A
which
mineral?
must be chiseled from the rock of the chasm. Or so it used to be. Ever since the Blackcliff Forge opened for business, they've slowly but surely stripped the mines all but completely bare of it.
Wow.
In any case, Smaragdus jadeite is an Adepti treasure, and the Adeptal power within is not something that most humans can withstand.
Then
Extended contact with it is, in fact, harmful to humans.
why do they mine it? Did they not realize that it's harmful or something?
Goodness knows if that child will succeed in finding these items.
Oh no, what child?
Well, since you're an Adeptus,
What
Granny,
child?
the person you asked for help, they must be an Adeptus too, right?
I have a feeling about this Paimon. I think I know who she's referring to.
Yes, I suppose she does count as an Adeptus.
Suppose.
She counts? How come there are so many Adepti in Liyue Harbor? We seem to bump into them all the time. It feels like even when you go out to eat, you could be sitting next to an Adeptus and never even know it. How come?
They're just as popular as I got nothing.
Oh, maybe so. Who can say? A fair few of my old friends are rather fond of mundane mortal life, after all.
Just presuming your God's
I'm
gifts.
back, Granny.
Oh,
Oh, I don't believe we've met.
no.
Allow me to do the honors. This child here is Yen Fei. She's the one helping run some errands for me. Yen Fei, I believe you already heard of the traveler and his traveling companion.
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about you in the Millilith's records.
Really? They actually acknowledge us?
You became one of Liyue's most wanted after the Millilith marked you as a suspect following the incident at the Rite of Dissension. After which, you fought off the Millilith at Julian Karst and made contact with the Fatui.
They really have me in good esteem, it seems.
Before finally defeating an ancient god together with Granny and her associates, and subsequently being cleared of any and all suspicion by the Chiseng. What a shame.
I'm sorry for not being a harbinger.
A shame that we didn't meet sooner.
Ah, okay.
If we had, well, I can't say that I would have been able to clear you of suspicion immediately, but it certainly would have been less, embarrassing for you.
Honestly, we rarely had any problem with it.
Allow me to introduce myself once more. I'm Yenfei, a legal advisor. Got a legal problem? You can come right to me.
What kind of law problems can you have in Monster other than... I mean, in Teyvat, especially here in Luye, other than maybe the basic crimes?
Oh, yes. Here's my business card. You'll find it has my contact details and office address. Keep it handy.
You guys have this?
If you have an urgent issue, just leave me a note at this address. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, I offer a very generous discount for first-time customers.
All right, Yenfei, all right. Let's get to the business at hand. I do not think these two are in any dire need of legal assistance at the moment.
Well, I may need it if I'm going to Inazuma,
You'll have to excuse Yenfei.
which is next batch, by the
She's
way.
always been like this. Ever the talkative one when it comes to her own affairs.
Are you really an Adeptus?
Paimon was gonna ask the same question. You seem really different from the ones we've met before.
Not an animal form, not even a pseudo-animal?
An Adeptus? I guess. Kinda. My old man said he was one anyway. He mentioned that he once campaigned with
wait.
Rex Lapis for a long old time. And then after that was all over, he went back and married my mom.
As easy as
They
that.
had me, and once I was all grown up, the two of them upped and left on a journey, leaving me with Granny here.
Child abandonment is on a rise here.
Well, that's a bit casual for an Adeptus. Aren't you guys supposed to sign solemn contracts to protect Liyue Harbor and all that stuff? What do you mean he just went back to get married?
But he just went back and went to get married. I mean, knowing the stuff that we know is not that weird.
Well, my dad did say that he'd talked it through with Rex Lapis, and that he was fine with it. Even contributed towards the wedding gift, apparently.
I wonder what the heck it was.
Anyway, let's not dwell on that too much. So, Granny, I've gotten a hold of most of the stuff you asked for, except for Smaragdus Jadeite. I couldn't find any at all. The chasm's been sealed off, and there's just no way in. Couldn't secure any documentation either. Looks like the Ministry of Civil Affairs is serious about keeping it
Didn't we-
strictly locked down.
Take care of the problem there.
Is that so? But Smaragdus Jadeite is really rather essential. Yenfei, are you sure you can't find some other way? They have helped Liyue greatly, after all. It is only right that they are duly rewarded.
I mean, I can just keep camping.
I know, Granny, you've told me 1,000 times already. Well, the chasm's definitely a no-go, but there's still a chance we can figure out some alternative means of procurement.
Blackmailing a person that has one?
Hold on a moment. Let me have a look.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised about it.
Whoa, that's a really thick book. What kind of things do you write in there?
Commercial consultancy. Or Snezhnaya. Ah, found him.
What worries me the most is the color of the pages, because what kind of material they used for them to turn black? Or what kind of treatment did you do to it?
Crossel. A Snezhnayan merchant who once came to me with some legal queries on certain articles in the legal codices. If my memory serves, all of them had to do with rare ores.
Even the one that was harmful?
He mentioned that he was considering acquiring some Smaragdus Jadeite to make hairpins, and wanted to know if there were any legal ramifications that he should be aware of. Said he was planning to sell them in Snezhnaya.
And if she's the one that wrote the book, then how does she make The letters go wide.
So, I guess I'll go look for him. With any luck, he'll have gotten his hands on some Smaragdus Jadeite, or might have an idea of where we can find some.
Where we can come with you.
Oh, you want to join me? I suppose that's no problem, but it's best if you just stand by and watch. If you try to get involved, you'll only risk placing yourself in legal jeopardy.
Seriously, how many laws are here?
Wow. An Adeptus imploring us to avoid incurring legal liability. Well, that's a first for sure.
That's actually true. The others didn't care.
Best we be a little more careful than usual while we're with her.
I guess so. No time to kill anyone now, sadly. If I won the game at least. Maybe I will kill just a person or two. Haven't played since we played last time actually. Was reviewing other stuff. Yeah, Luigi makes me get slow like this when it's at night. Okay. Get down here. Is it going to be the person that sold us the... No, it's a different one, okay. There we go. Hello, dear cat, sir.
Hello, Mr. Crossell. How's business been?
Oh, good, very good. All thanks to your advice, Miss Yanfei. What brings you here today?
What kind of a board did you have?
You're too kind. I was simply doing my job. Now, I believe that the last time we met, you mentioned that you were looking to source some Smaragdus Jadeite to make hairpins. Have there been any further developments on this front?
Well, yes. As a matter of fact, in the end, I did acquire a small piece of Smaragdus
Into
Jadeite
a pair of
and had it fashioned
hairpins?
into a pair of hairpins.
The damn thing is harmful!
Miss Yanfei, might I presume that you have an interest in the hairpins? I must apologize. I've already rented them out to
What?
a lady named Xiao. If you'd like to inspect them, you may have to wait quite some time.
How do you rent the hairpins? What the hell?
Isn't Smaragdus Jadeite really rare? Aren't you worried about the hairpins getting damaged or lost while they're being rented out?
Yeah, actually. Why the hell are you renting hairpins though?
No, I'm not worried in the slightest, because I signed a contract with Miss Xiao before renting them to her.
Oh, why is she gonna give to you?
The contract makes it quite clear that if she loses or damages the item in question, she must compensate me for its full original value.
What's the value of a metal that I only found like a little bit of?
In return, I included a clause that guarantees the Smaragdus Jadeite is genuine, with a penalty of 10 times the item's value payable by me to Miss Xiao in the event that it is shown to be a fake.
I see, the big it is here.
Guaranteed genuine, with 10 times the value payable if this claim is shown to be false. Yes, these terms are very clear indeed.
A little radical though.
Of course. This way, both the client and I have the assurance we need. To ensure fairness, each of us has retained an original copy of the contract.
In that case,
An
would you
original
know
cop-
where Miss Xiao
what?
lives? We'd like to pay her a visit and have a look at the hairpins.
An original copy, so you made her sign 2 times for the contract, okay? Got it.
Oh, of course. She wrote her address down when we signed our contract. Here, I'll mark it on your map for you.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Crossell. We'll be off now.
But really, what happened to Yarbar's mate? I guess we'll never know, Crossel. It's convenient that every land is as small as a small town. Still, I'm wondering what the heck are they going to do with Inazuma, because I realized that last time they are basing each land into different places culturally. Like for example, it's pretty clear that Louis is based in the Chinese culture, as you can see, everything screams Chinese about it. Mondstadt could possibly, I don't know exactly where the name comes from, but knowing that there's names like Noel, Barbara and stuff like that, I have to take a wild guess that it has to be Europe, and not exactly where, because I don't know much about all the places that is there, but it has to be around the continent. I don't know, Switzerland maybe? Because of the whole wind thing. Well, okay, it's clearly that they're basing it in different culture, and that Inazuma, for obvious reasons, is going to be based in the Japanese culture. I mean, even her adept here, how they called it, I fucking forgot how the gods are called again. Wow, what's wrong with me? I really have no fucking idea. Anemo. The Archons of Inazuma is called the Shogun, and it's like, yeah, it's clear that what they're doing with this. And the fact that the island is called Inazuma and stuff like that.
Oh, whatever shall I do?
Excuse me, are you Shigeru?
Yes, that's me. Is there something I can help you with?
You lost them, didn't you?
How do you do, Monsieur Chow? We understand from Mr. Crossell that you recently rented a pair of hairpins from him.
Just gonna run away. I'm bringing his
My
hair.
associates and I are very interested in them. Would you mind letting us take a look at them?
The hairpins. I can't lend them to you right now.
Oh wow, so chill about it too.
I've lost them. I don't know how it could have happened. I always kept them right by my side, and I hadn't even worn them yet.
I still don't understand. How the fuck do you rent hairpins?
I spent so much money on them. If I have to pay their original value, there's no way I could come up with that amount of money on such short notice.
Why do you need them in the first place?
My family is in the ore business too, but business has been suffering ever since the chasm was sealed off. We now have a backlog of paid-up orders just sitting around, so we've been having to purchase some stock from other ore merchants to complete them.
Ah, shit.
A big banquet is coming up in a few days, and several ore merchants I know of will be there. I need this opportunity to mingle and discuss prices.
Yeah, that's so.
That's what the hairpins were for, to keep up appearances. I can't have them looking down on me.
Well, hairpins are not going to give you a security sense.
But now that I've lost the hairpins, what will I do?
Why does Paimon have a sudden strong sense of deja vu?
Maybe because everyone in Louis and Mondstadt has required help for similar matters?
Would you really? I sent a commission to the Adventurers Guild, but I haven't heard anything back from them yet.
Hold on. Don't run off looking for the hairpins just yet. Monsieur Chow, would you let me have a look at the rental contract you
Chiao.
signed?
I don't know how to pronounce these fucking names. Sorry.
Well, I mean, sure, I have it right here. Here you are.
It's a hand, missus.
Let me see.
That's right! Yanfei said she's a legal advisor, didn't she? Maybe she can help Jiqiao somehow.
How? And apparently that will be a little unfair to Crossell.
True. Though surely there must be a win-win solution.
Right. I finished reading the contract. The terms are very clear, and they do indeed stipulate that you must pay Mr. Crossell the original value of the hairpins as compensation for the loss.
Rip.
Furthermore, the contract also expressly states that the amount of compensation must take current market prices into account.
Are we going to find more and then make the market price run lower because we have more offer? And there's barely any demand?
And given the rarity of Smaragdus Jadeite, I fear that the final amount of compensation may end up being significantly higher as a result.
Unless we somehow exploit the cave.
Even higher. Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Jiqiao looks like she's about to faint.
However, all of this is assuming that it is indeed genuine Smaragdus Jadeite that was inlaid into the hairpins.
Yeah, that's it too, because the way he said it, he wasn't so sure about it, was he?
Did you really have to pause before saying that part? Anyway, the hairpins are lost, so how exactly would we be able to find out if the jadeite is genuine or not?
Looking where it was extracted from.
Whichever way you look at it, we've got to start by finding those hairpins.
Except that if we found the hairpins, there'd no longer be any need to check whether the jadeite is genuine, would there?
Seems right.
Eh?
Please, don't trouble yourselves over this. The fact is, I lost the item and I should pay compensation per the contract.
It's a large amount of sum of money, but
However much it is, I will have to pay it. My family are merchants after all. It's vital that we keep our word and respect our contracts. Now that it's come to this, I really shouldn't keep Crossell in the dark any longer. I'll go and inform him of the issue, and then negotiate the amount of
She's
compensation.
she's Pyro apparently. Interesting.
Yes, legally speaking, it seems this is the most sensible course of action. But before that, I have some questions about the hairpins.
Legally speaking, Crystal doesn't know anything.
So hold on a moment, Mr. Chow. When you first touched the hairpins, what did you feel?
What the kind of question is that?
What did I feel? Well, I remember that the gemstones set into the pins were perfectly smooth to the touch, like the finest quality jade. My family has seen much jade pass through its hands in the past, so I am quite certain of my judgment in this matter.
Okay.
Smooth to the touch, finest quality jade.
Something the matter?
No, it's nothing. I just need to re-examine a few things. Let's head over to Mr. Cross's.
And this is where we found that Mr. Crystal has been running an illegal business of fake jade, don't we? Eee. I know that I can fucking plane wherever I want.
Ah, Miss Yanfei, you've returned. With Miss Jiqiao in tow, too, I see. How are the hairpins? I trust you're quite satisfied with them?
What do you ring her?
About that.
Oh fuck, no.
You lost them? Are you serious? Do you have any idea how expensive they were?
I cannot get over these hairbrows.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Truly I am. I'll pay the compensation as per our contract. Every last mora.
Mora? Do you have any idea what I had to
Yeah,
go through
that's
to get my hands on that Smaragdus jadeite?
Yeah, that's why this kind of contact doesn't serve any purpose.
I just don't... Forget it. Talking won't bring them back. Since Miss Yanfei is here, I suppose we can just have her estimate the amount that needs to be paid.
No problem. But before I can give an official estimate, I'll need to do a little market research. Ah, yes, and if I may just confirm again, it was in fact genuine Smaragdus jadeite inlaid into the hairpins, correct?
Of course! Genuine article guaranteed, or I pay back 10 times the value.
You're going to get fucked over this, you know that, man.
All right, understood. I'll conduct some market research, and once I'm back, I'll provide an official assessment of the sum owed by Mr. Chow in compensation. Please wait here, Mr. Crossel.
We're going to destroy the market, are we?
Thank you very much.
Let's invest.
How could she lose my hairpins? She'd better pay every last mora that they're worth.
I think honestly he's right, man. If he does truly jadeite.
Looks like I'll have to find some way to raise that money.
Please wait, Mr. Chow. I have something to discuss with you. It's not convenient to speak here, so let's find somewhere that we can sit and talk in more detail.
Are we really going to find any fucking loopholes here? Okay, let's just run to wherever she wants to sit, I guess. Keep the fuck going. I wonder how we're gonna do this. Either we destroy the market, we explode the market, we inflate the market, or we banish the market. But really, I wonder what the heck does she have in mind. Okay.
Miss Yanfei, what is this about? Are you here to tell me how much I owe?
I mean, no, that's not what we said before we were here.
What I wanted to talk about is, there is a chance that the ore inlaid on those hairpins may not be Smaragdus jadeite after all.
What makes you so sure of that?
What do you mean? Are you implying that you already sneaked off and found them?
Obviously not. I'm no adventurer, let alone a member of the guild. I don't run thankless, time-consuming errands for a living. Let's just say I made some deductions.
Thanks for the shout out.
I don't know if Granny told you this, but Smaragdus jadeite is found deep underground and contains very concentrated elemental energy. If mere mortals come into contact with it, well, they'll be sick in the best case. And in the worst case, they could even experience a dramatic change of personality.
Like
They
Horcrux.
most certainly would not be smooth to the touch.
Ah, yeah. That's why I thought it was a stupid idea to make the hairpins in the first
Mr.
place.
Chow, did Did you at any time feel unwell while the hairpins were in your possession?
No, not at all. I felt perfectly fine the whole time. Not even the slightest bit unwell. I didn't feel anything special at all, in fact.
Now that is strange. I noticed earlier that there were elemental traces in Mr. Crossel's vicinity. If I've deduced correctly, he may still have the Smaragdus Jadeite in his possession.
If that's the case, we should go confront him right now and expose his dirty scam right to his face!
Scam, huh?
Absolutely not. If we were to confront him now, there's no way he would admit to it. Eventually, he would find some argument to compel us to leave.
True.
And then, he'd throw the Smaragdus Jadeite into the sea the moment we were gone. After that, he would simply insist that Mr. Chow pay up per the contract. He would lose nothing. Meanwhile, we would have to look under every stone in Liyue, hoping and praying that the hairpins do actually still exist somewhere in this world.
Vivid description, that's for sure.
So vivid that Paimon thinks it might be experience talking.
Oh, it certainly is. I've seen my fair share of situations like this, and brute force methods are certainly one way of resolving them. Fortunately, I have far more elegant solutions at my disposal. I'll share them with you in due course.
Non-brute force methods?
Well then, since you're so experienced in dealing with problems like this, perhaps you could help me, Miss Yunfei.
I know how she has more in her cap. It's like that one meme of money on my, how was it? Money on my banana, because I have money on my mind. Money under my cap, because I have money on my mind. Money on my shirts to say that I to see the money. Money on my watch. Oh, that's a beautiful video. I should watch it.
That won't be a problem. But first, Mr. Chow, can I ask you to please sign this contract?
Huh? Does there have to be a contract for everything? Paimon can't even keep track.
I mean, it's the land of contracts, Paimon.
It feels like Yanfei is even more concerned with them than a certain someone else we know.
That's for sure, considering that he didn't exactly sign just one contract.
These are my formal terms of engagement. Everything prior to now has just been pro bono advice. But for me to investigate any further, I require a written contract. Any work commissioned but not bound by a contract cannot be relied upon.
I understand. Then I will be glad to place this matter into your capable hands if you will take it, Miss Yunfei.
No problem. Just sign here, and I'll sign too. Okay. Now write your address here, and then sign on this page as well.
Ah, the sweet smell of documents.
And I'll also need your signatures on pages 5, 7, and on the very last page. Finally, if you could just use this ink pad to make a handprint over here.
The fuck?
This contract has so many pages. Paimon's all out of brain juice again.
Something tells me that she's a better scammer than Crossel.
Alright, that should do it. My fees are the same as always, and they're written in the contract. Have a look through and let me know if you have any questions.
I've had a read through. Everything checks out.
I don't believe you.
Well then, here's your copy of the contract. I will retain the other copy.
Need me to do anything?
Not for now, no. Despite how intractable this problem might sound, it will actually be quite straightforward to resolve, once we've got some things squared away.
You think so?
I don't believe you have been part of an investigation like this before, in which case, hopefully this should be quite the experience.
Miss Yunfei, I have to ask, why are you helping me?
Why the heck not?
Because, as it happens, I'm currently trying to acquire some Smaragdus Jadeite myself. I noticed strong traces of geoenergy around Mr. Crossel, so perhaps he has, in fact, secured some. Whether he actually made it into an item of jewelry or not is a separate matter, but either way, it's a lead. As long as we follow it, who knows? We might just be able to get our hands on some Smaragdus Jadeite.
Why don't just ask where he found it?
Also, the idea of someone abusing the law to their advantage, I won't stand for it.
Yeah.
But again, let's not dwell on this. Let's go to... where can we find someone who processes ore?
Mate, we're in the land of Louis.
Ha! I've got it! Let's pay a visit to Chateau, the boss of the Jade Mystery. He's a professional when
Jade
it comes
Mystery.
to working with stone and ore.
Okay.
If Mr. Crossell had his ore worked on at all, Chateau would undoubtedly have been his first choice.
Ah, yeah, the guy that almost scammed us. Oh my god, nobody's trustworthy here. I actually start to see Monster as a better place.
Why, hello there, honored customers. Welcome to. Oh, it's you, Miss Yenfei. Is something the matter?
Something tells me that she has gotten you posted before.
Surely not more spurious claims that my jade betting is rigged and no one can ever win. Oh, I swear on all that is sacred.
No, nothing of the sort. Has a Snezhnine merchant named Crossell enlisted your ore processing services recently by any chance?
A Snezhnine merchant named Crossell, you say? I do remember that. He brought me a piece of ore, claiming that it was Smaragdus jadeite.
Uh-huh.
That was the first time I'd ever encountered it, so I had no way of telling if it was really Smaragdus jadeite or not. But if a customer insists, far be it from me to contradict them.
And what do your prices depend on? Because, yeah, maybe you have a pay per hour, but you actually have to consider the kind of material that you process for it.
He was quite generous with his money, too, so I didn't give it too much thought. I processed the ore as per his request.
Of course.
Do you have any leftover debris from your work on it?
Why, yes. It was my first time encountering this ore, after all, so I kept a few loose shavings to study myself later. They're right over there, in fact.
Thank you, sir. We'll take a look at them.
I think that's actually not the same voice, but I'm not so sure that we heard him the first time. Or did he actually? No, I think we didn't hear his voice. I think about it. I don't remember.
If my eyes don't deceive me, the cross sections and patterning suggest that these are Smaragdus nephrite shavings.
Smaragdus nephrite?
Yes. It's not particularly rare, nor is it especially valuable. It's used to make jewelry all the time.
I was suspicious.
I've heard it said that Smaragdus nephrite is in fact the outer layer of Smaragdus jadeite, though no one's ever proven it.
A thin layer of separation, huh?
Well, this complicates matters.
If you must see for yourself, try examining these shavings for traces of elemental energy. Smaragdus nephrite is an entirely ordinary ore, containing no elemental energy whatsoever.
Well, I guess we can do that.
That's so. Well, we might as well give elemental sight a shot. So,
Convenient that we have the X-ray. Not a trace.
So they really are different. But wait, how come Jichao was able to tell what it was just by looking at the shards? That's pretty awesome.
There's nothing special to it. It just so happens that I've come across a great many of these in my time.
Why couldn't she tell them apart?
These two stones actually look very similar. Someone without a deep understanding of them would find it very difficult to tell them apart. There may be only a subtle difference for the casual viewer, but that translates to an astronomical difference in terms of the market price.
No joke.
And, I'm sure, a significant difference in the cost of having them carved into shape.
Yes, that's why it was weird to me that he exactly didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
Alright, let's focus up. We're going off on a tangent.
But, never mind, Shirto. Why would Mr. Crossell...
I mean, I can think of 1,000 reasons.
Unusual actions have unusual reasons behind them. Let's take some of these shavings back to Chateau.
Okay.
Miss Yenfei? Might I be so bold as to inquire,
If you could just confirm for me once more, sir. Mr. Crossell did indeed claim that the ore he brought to your store was in fact Smaragdus jadeite, did he not?
Yes, that's right. I still have a record of the job with me, in fact. Here. It says quite clearly, 1 chunk Smaragdus jadeite, uncut.
Then I have no further questions. But could I borrow the processing record and these stone shavings?
Of course. But might I ask why you need them?
We're about to do some legal business.
Oh, I my reasons. Ah, yes. Please sign here on this affidavit.
Yes, Ace Attorney style.
This document shall serve as signed proof that these stone shavings originated from the, ore that Mr. Crossell brought to your store. Please read it carefully.
Yes, I see. Forgive me for asking again, Miss Yanfei, but might I know the nature of the incident on this occasion?
Murder of first degree. Now why didn't you stop asking?
I wouldn't say there's been an incident, just a minor issue. Thank you, sir. I'll take these with me.
Minor.
This hard evidence to back us up, Crossell won't dare try to deny what he did.
Is there some kind of trial that we have to do though?
On the contrary, this is far from sufficient to build a case. We need to find something a little more compelling.
Yes, because he can just use the argument that is layer outside the jetties.
If you want to make jewelry, you need a professional jewelsmith. Let me think.
Right again.
Jewelry. Nope. Aha! Got it! Singxi. She often helps people to find a jewelsmith. Let's go pay her a visit.
Who doesn't in Luya?
How come you know so many people?
I mean, she is a worker that has to get involved in a lot of contracts by one.
Because lots of people come to me for legal advice every day. As you know, Liyue Harbor is the city of contracts. And contracts, well, I should say laws, are very important to us. But the amendments made by the Tianquan to our laws are unnecessarily complicated. How can I put this? It just seems like they're hard to understand and impossible
bureaucracy.
to finish.
Making things hard, even in parallel works for no reason whatsoever.
As such, legal advisors like myself provide quite the popular service indeed.
So you help them make sense of the law. But didn't you say that it's hard to understand and impossible to finish?
Yes, well, that's no obstacle because I've memorized all the legal codices.
All normal.
You memorized them?
You sound surprised. Knowing the law inside out is a legal advisor's bread and butter, you know?
Is this how an Adeptin becomes adept at everything?
Oh, this has nothing to do with being an Adeptus. I just like reading things.
Again, with that casual tone.
Exact opposite of me.
Well, that's that then. Let's go look for Singxi.
Since I haven't read a single thing since I arrived to this land. She just left me here. Okay. No, but don't you fucking love how a lot of constitutions have these overly dramatic clauses for everything, for just saying something that could be summarized? I know that there needs to be a specification to some point. I know that I'm incompetent in terms of vocabulary and stuff, but I know for a fact that there's a lot of laws that could be reduced to just much less than they are, but they don't because they like to take things complicated, I guess. I don't know if even in stuff like classes for schools and stuff like that, they always put this weird way of telling everything almost going to Shakespearean English in some cases, just because they like to preserve that sense of, oh yeah, we're a school that has been around for hundreds of years, so we must have honor. And it's like, mate, I know what the fuck we're doing when we're signing this. You don't have to overcomplicate it. You could say it in just a sentence, maybe less. What the fuck is the... Oh, I see. Down here.
Oh, Miss Yanfei, it's you. Has something happened? Did the client from last time...
Have no further trouble from then on? Yes, of course. I'm just here to ask you a few questions.
Apparently, someone's checking it out.
Has a merchant by the name of Crossell asked you to put him in contact with a jewelsmith recently?
Crossell? Yes, I remember him. He's a merchant from Snezhnaya, no? Yes, he came to me with a chunk of something he called Smaragdus Jadeite.
Really, nobody knew what the fuck it
The
was.
design of the hairpins that he gave me was quite intricate, so it took me some work to find someone who was up to the job. Eventually, I found an older jewelsmith who made them exactly according to his specifications. This order was on hold for a very long time, and only completed quite recently, which is why I remember it so well.
Doesn't seem like there's any evidence to be found here.
Miss Inksy, I'd like for you to confirm for me once more. When Mr. Crossell commissioned you to find him a jewelsmith, did he or did he not assert that the material he presented to you that day was called Smaragdus Jadeite?
They remind me a lot of yeah, what's it called? Court videos.
Yes, I'm sure of it. The hairpins were made using many expensive materials, and the asking price was quite high, so we had to put this transaction on record with the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Well, there's no evidence.
Mr. Crossell wasn't very familiar with the necessary procedures, so I filed it on his behalf. I also kept a copy for my own records. See for yourself, the item is called Smaragdus Jadeite Twin Phoenix Pins.
Twin
The
Phoenix.
inlaid gemstone is recorded as Smaragdus Jadeite. The document even has the official seal of the ministry on it.
Thank you, Sinksy. Now, could you let me borrow this document?
We're gonna burn it.
Sure, it isn't serving much purpose here anyway. I take it then that there's been some more trouble?
Nothing you need to worry about, just a minor issue. I'll return your document as soon as I'm done with it. Thanks again.
Why is everyone's first reaction always to assume someone or something is in trouble?
I mean, we're basically hanging around with someone that is the equivalent of a lawyer in this world, so this must be the nature of her job.
I believe we have almost all the evidence we need. We just need to make one last trip. Let's go to Boo Boo Pharmacy to speak with Dr. Baiju.
Baisha?
The weirdo with the snake around his neck? What do you want to speak to him for?
Because only he can provide an authoritative statement confirming that Smaragdus Jadeite is harmful to the human body. Once we have this final piece of evidence in our hands, we can wrap this case up.
Okay. I believe we may be missing an important detail, that being what the jewel already saw, but since we cannot trace it, sadly, I guess this will do to at least make a case, but it's still... I guess the most important part of here is the statement that it's harmful to the human body. Not everything else really, because well, that will be meaning that first it will make any contract regarding the hairpins void, because he will be basically renting something that is harmful to everyone, which will be a different crime.
Please show me your prescription.
He's the pharmacist with the prescription.
To what do I owe the pleasure? Though I'm afraid that if you're looking for our little Chi-Chi, she's out gathering herbs. And if it isn't Miss Yenfei as well, now that's an even rarer honor. What business brings you here, might I inquire? Some charlatans peddling ineffectual medicines again, no doubt?
Wow!
No. I'm here this time to ask if you're familiar with Smaragdus Jadeite.
Smaragdus Jadeite? Why, yes, there is some information about it included in the 6th commentary on the 7 Mountain Treatises.
7 Mountain Treatises. Gee, I wonder what it's about.
The 7 Mountain Treatises states that this substance springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains, and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it. It is abundant in elemental energy, so if someone without a vision is in contact with it for a prolonged period, best case scenario, they fall ill. Worst case scenario, they'll suffer great changes in personality, and their illness will only ever get worse.
It really sounds like a Horcrux.
Anyway, I'm sure you didn't come all this way just to chit-chat. Knowing you, Yenfei, and given the specific nature of your question...
With a declaration, yes.
I suppose that you're about to ask me to write an official affidavit attesting to the pharmaceutical peculiarities of Smaragdus Jadeite?
I guess so.
That is indeed the case.
That's okay.
If you would be so kind, Dr. Baiju.
We've just been dealing with legal business.
No trouble at all. It's just a single document. Won't take me a moment. I would mention, though, that you are not the only one who's developed a curiosity for Smaragdus Jadeite recently. A Snezhnayan merchant came to ask me about it not long ago.
So if he knew about this, and he knew that there's a person capable of knowing about it, a person that other people could ask and write a statement about it, but the fact did he even take the risk under such a stupid clause that he will have to pay 10 times the amount it was and the original thing? Yeah, I saw your tweet, Sach. I hope that you're enjoying it, mate.
But after I gave him my reply, his expression shifted to one of remarkable disappointment. I wonder, Miss Yenfei, if your pressing business might be related to this Snezhnayan merchant?
Yeah.
You needn't concern yourself about that, Dr. Baizhu. Thank you for penning us that document. I'll make sure to compensate you in due course.
You're too kind. Take care now.
Why? It doesn't seem to make a statement to the court.
That's you guys, as weird as ever.
I mean,
Is Paimon, or does it feel like he was fishing for something back there?
I don't know, but
Dr. Baiju's always been like that. Well, we have the evidence we need.
he looks like the
Let's go
most
find Mr. Crossell.
sane person in Louis, honestly. No joke, even their fucking Archon still seems very, very crazy to me that he... I sound sleepy. Do I now? Maybe. But I don't feel at all. I also drank some coffee, so it will be impossible for me right now. Especially with the potency of it. Nah, I'm okay.
Miss Yanfei, have you finished your investigation? I trust you will now be in a position to assess the compensation due.
I'm just like thinking that this guy is a complete idiot for doing the contract that he did. So I'm just analyzing the stuff that's been going on.
Yes, my investigation is indeed concluded. I can now provide a final figure for the amount payable.
Wonderful. Well then, please, could you do the honors, Miss Yanfei?
Of course. According to the stipulations of the contract.
You have to roll those euros back.
Mr. Crossell, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original transaction price in Mora.
Bruh.
Sure. Wait, what? Me pay her? Surely there's been some kind of mistake, Miss Yanfei.
Not at all. According to my investigations and the material evidence that we've gathered, the substance claimed to be Smaragdus Jadeite that was inlaid within the Smaragdus Jadeite twin phoenix pins that you rented out to Mr. Chow was, in fact, Smaragdus Nephrite. Now, the contract states very clearly that 10 times the price shall be paid should the article not be genuine. Accordingly, you are liable for this sum, which is payable to Mr. Chow in Mora.
And this is why you never do such stupid clauses when you know that you're doing the wrong thing and then you know that it can be cut quite easily. I have no fucking idea.
Material evidence? What material evidence? Why, Miss Yanfei, you cannot frame me like this.
Facebook groups are weird.
I spent a huge sum to obtain that Smaragdus Jadeite, and yet you claim that the ore inlaid on the hairpins is somehow fake? I demand to see your evidence.
It was... No, which one was it? It was this one, right? Yeah.
Indeed. Only a testimony from an expert witness involved in the processing of the ore can serve as an authoritative assessment of whether it is genuine. Traveler, please produce the evidence in question.
The Jade Mystery
This
first.
is a processing record from the Jade Mystery, along with stone samples and an affidavit signed by the business owner, Chateau.
Yeah, the thing that he actually processed was not that.
Seriously? Even the boss there couldn't differentiate between Smaragdus Jadeite and Smaragdus Nephrite. How does this prove anything? In any case, Smaragdus Nephrite is the outer layer of Smaragdus Jadeite. So I had him cut away the Nephrite, he returned the valuable Jadeite core to me, and some Nephrite samples remain in the store. What
The
am I
fact that-
missing exactly?
The fact that there's not any elemental in elemental traces visible? Huh? Probably they want to them under us. Oh god, no. Really?
That's an unsubstantiated belief.
Well, your claim that my ore is fake is just as unsubstantiated. And we are here to talk about evidence, aren't we?
We got more evidence.
Ugh. Looks like our first piece of evidence didn't convince him at all.
Yeah, this one's we need. Wait, we need more Paimon.
Hard evidence, something legally binding. We have just the thing. Show him, Traveler.
Legally binding?
Oh, come on. I meant the backup copy of the document from the Ministry of Civil Affairs. The one we got.
Why would need that though? That only says that he did. That he in fact claimed that it was that.
This document proves that my hairpins are.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to show it.
This is the Ministry's seal, after all. It shows that the ore inlaid on the pins is indeed Smaragdus.
It's stupid to show it. What is it about, Sacha?
Our second piece of evidence didn't work either. And this guy's getting more belligerent.
Yeah, that's why it's stupid to show that evidence.
You know, you could be right. Perhaps the hairpins are the real deal after
Oh
all.
fuck, I see.
Of course I'm right. All the evidence shown supports my story.
Well, hang on a moment now, because I do recall one final piece of evidence that we haven't revealed yet.
And that's why I wanted to reveal it.
Traveler, would you do the honors? This shall serve as decisive proof of our case.
This.
What's this?
The close-ups.
Smaragdus jadeite springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it.
It's just that if this was Dangan or is a Tony, I will be very upset if this is how the thing resolve it.
Sustained contact with Smaragdus jadeite over a prolonged period will, in less serious cases, cause a mild malady, while in serious cases, the patient may suffer a dramatic change of personality and fall seriously ill.
Still, how do we know that's the truth?
Mr. Crossell, were you aware of these peculiar properties of Smaragdus jadeite?
I had no idea.
No idea, you say? I'd guessed as much. But for you to have rented out such a dangerous item,
And you actually ask it.
I'm afraid that this falls outside the scope of my work, but within that of the Ministry of Civil Affairs. However, I'm sure that the Ministry will be relatively lenient, considering that, as you say, you were ignorant of the danger you posed. Don't worry, Mr. Crossell. I will make sure that all the evidence presented here will be handed over to the Ministry.
And we have the claim that he actually asked about it.
I trust that you'll give them your full cooperation in their investigations.
What? Wait! I knew.
Oh, so you knew? Oh, dear Mr. Crossell. But if you knew of Smaragdus jadeite's dangerous properties beforehand, why would you...
Huh? No, The hairpins aren't actually...
And this is why you don't... If you want to scam people, don't be idiots.
aren't actually inlaid with genuine Smaragdus jadeite? Is that what you were about to say? You do understand, Mr. Crossell, that this means that you will have to pay Ms. Zerchow 10 times the original price in Mora?
I guess that's a little less than having years in jail.
Mr. Crossell, your answer, please. My client and I are waiting.
I...
And this is when he has a breakdown.
He's seriously intimidating right now. It's like she's a different person.
I admit it. I confess. The ore I had inlaid on those hairpins was Smaragdus nephrite. But I'm a victim in all of this too. I invested a great deal of time and money into acquiring that small amount of Smaragdus jadeite, in the hopes of turning it into a piece of jewelry that would fetch a fine price.
Why the fuck didn't you get informed first?
But after receiving it and carrying it around for a few days, I started to feel extreme discomfort. I couldn't sleep a wink or eat a single bite. I was in a constant state of agitation, too. I went to Boo Pharmacy to get myself checked out, only to discover that this sort of stone cannot be worn as jewelry. But how could I let all that money go to waste?
I mean, if you're really a merchant, you hope I know that there's people that actually want to that to use that gemstone for something else? Instead of using it for jewelry yourself? Risking such a situation?
That's why I had another pair of hairpins made from Smaragdus nephrite, which is almost indistinguishable from Smaragdus jadeite.
You're a moron.
The real Smaragdus jadeite in a specially made box. I daren't touch it again.
How is it? Actually, I have no fucking idea.
I was worried that someone would see through it, which is why I only dared to rent them out, not sell them. And then to top it all off, Chichao lost the hairpins after I rented them out to her.
Renting fucking hairpins, what a magnificent idea. So why did you chose such an extra rental price?
If they weren't the real deal, why'd you make her pay so much?
I guess otherwise this scam wouldn't be a scam.
I didn't want to either, but when I purchased that Smaragdus jadeite, some of my business partners found out. I knew they'd be watching closely to see how much I could make off it. If word got out that I sold a pair of fake hairpins, then my days in this line of business would be over.
The bar is such a weird place.
Alright, let's cut the appeals phase right there. I failed to see what bearing any of this has on your transaction with my client. According to the contract, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original price in Mora, and that is final.
Again, that's why you don't risk it this way.
10 times?
That's why you don't put stupid clauses in contracts.
Also looks like he could faint any second.
As for me, according to my contract with Mr. Chow, 20% of that sum will go to me.
20%? That's as much as I spent on that Smaragdus jadeite.
There's no need. It's fine. You don't have to pay me that much more.
Girl, you made a contract with her. You're about to destroy the stipulations of that other contract.
Even if the Smaragdus jadeite on those hairpins was fake, I still bear responsibility for losing them. Legally or not, I think I owe some compensation for that.
For people of Louis, everyone, in the land of contracts.
Ms. Jichao, you...
However, Mr. Crossell, since you have no use for that chunk of Smaragdus jadeite,
Oh
why
my
don't you
god.
give it to me instead? I'll consider us even.
And this is why Morax. Oh my god, Morax, what have you taught him? This is why I still think your fucking contract of giving away the Genos is a stupid idea. You people are just as stupid as you!
What? But Alright then. This cursed rock's brought me enough grief as it is.
Miss Yunfei, I'll turn this Smaragdus jadeite over to you. I trust that it will suffice as remuneration?
I guess so.
Well, that's not quite how the rules say this should go.
Yes, you can bend the law whenever it's for your benefit.
Thanks so much for your help this time, Miss Yunfei. When you have the time, I'll be sure to visit and express my thanks more appropriately.
Oh, come on. No need to stand on ceremony. Now, if I may confirm this again, Mr. Chow, have you and Mr. Crossell come to an understanding?
Well, yes, I believe we have.
Well then, that's good. Mr. Crossell, it seems that my client has no further claims against you.
She's pretty smart.
Is that so? That's good. That's good.
Actually, Mr. Crossell, I'd like to talk business for a second, if I may.
They're gonna blackmail
I can
him.
see from the hairpins you produce that you're very skilled in jewelry design. My family, on the other hand, works in the ore business, and we have a fair stock of fine ores.
Why are people so stupid? You're about to work with someone who almost scammed you.
If we could join forces, your jewelry designs and our choice ores, I think we could do some fine business between us.
I don't know what to say.
Let me think for a moment.
Oh god.
Well, that's that. And we've got the Smaragdus jadeite that Granny wants too. All's well that ends well, eh?
I lost my brains. That's not exactly what I think. Things ending well.
Exactly. Usually when someone tells us they've lost something, we end up searching all over the place for it. But this time, you managed to solve the problem with just a big stack of documents.
I mean, I don't know how taking the bureaucracy side of things will help me defeat slimes and helicals and Fatui.
Even though the solution didn't involve actually finding the hairpins.
Especially knowing that the Fatui have some of kind of control under the laws of what monster are loyal.
The right solution depends on your perspective on the problem.
Especially thinking that they have... Especially knowing that there's a lot of changes in laws between nations.
The objective of my client, Mr. Chow, was to reduce her liability to pay compensation. So, rather than looking high and low for some hairpins, proving that the rented item was nowhere near worth what the vendor had claimed it to be was the more efficient solution.
Yet you claim this to be the land of contracts. I guess I can say I remember Raptors like your wife before.
Speaking of, you took part in that battle, didn't you? In which case, you would have heard what Granny said.
What?
Liyue Harbor is now a city ruled by humans.
Oh yes, she did say that.
The title of Adeptus means precious little to me compared to my job as a legal advisor.
Mm.
In any case, don't you think that the Liyue Harbor of today needs legal consultancy far more than it needs adeptal powers?
Yeah, actually, you got it right there, because if people are this stupid, they need help.
Paimon can think of someone who would definitely disagree with your reasoning.
And then there is more than just reason involved here, Paimon.
Well, since we got what we came for, it's time to pay Granny a visit.
It's
I
your
bet she's been on
stupidity.
tenterhooks for a while now.
Ah, yes. Especially knowing how fast the fucking day passes here. Okay, we got the materials. Now can we actually have a home to live in with, please? Ah, yes, again, it's killing. Well, I guess that it's not such a stupid decision. I was just thinking about it, and the fact that she has the fact, as a matter that he collected the jade that was harmful to humans, makes it a possible wildcard in case he decides to scam them again, because then she can just use that to get back at him and blackmail in case. I don't know. Still, I think that doing business with someone that apparently is not that serious in doing business, it's not such a good idea. Especially because he didn't know a thing about the ore that he was trying to make into hairpins before he made the hairpins. No, before he even went to collect the ore.
Ah, you've returned. How did it go? Were you able to find the Smaragdus Jadeite?
Yes, but I lost brain cells.
Good, good. Then we have all the materials we need.
Well, if we're all set, Granny, I'll get going now. Got a ton of clients waiting for me back at the office.
I can imagine.
Oh, you. All right then. Go see to your business. Granny should be able to handle the rest.
I'm off then.
Your business?
Oh yes, Traveler. Make sure you don't lose the business card I gave you. I've
Okay.
been looking into the laws of other nations as well. If you should ever bump into any trouble with the law, come find me directly. Regulars
Oh,
get discounts too.
we might actually get we might actually have a use for you, because Inazuma is going to be troublesome.
Come now, child. Are you leaving or are you not? If you have no wish to leave, perhaps you'd like to help me clean my teapot.
And since both Paimon and I are so incredible stupid with this business, maybe you can help.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
That child. Goodness knows where she learned to be so rambunctious. Her father was hardly so riotous or fond of talking nonsense back in the day when he stood beside me.
Fun of talking nonsense. Is that how you talk about talking about law?
Indeed she is. Liyue has changed, and the Adepti must also learn to change.
Well, at least that's that.
Yanfei might be overly garrulous, but she is also the most intimately acquainted with the city among us all.
Sorry.
Liyue is not the same place.
I needed something for me at least after witnessing such a stupid chain of events. Granny.
All right then. Let us speak of this no more. Back on topic. I believe that I still owe you a little gift.
Ah, yes.
Oh, Paimon's so excited! How is it made?
And how long does it take?
It is but a single teapot. It shan't take long at all. Just wait here for a moment.
Alright.
There we go. This Serenity pot is all yours now. Hold it firmly.
It's quite big.
If you were to drop it, oh goodness, who knows what might happen?
Will we destroy the universe itself by bringing another universe that we created into this universe? I don't know, but everything seems quite unconvincing knowing that the shit has to be made of ceramic.
Take these blueprints with you as well. You'll need them if you wish to make your teapot a little more lively inside.
Well, thanks, Granny.
Wait a minute, Granny. How exactly are we supposed to use this teapot?
I guess the same way we wasted hers.
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I've already arranged for a certain little helper to await you within this teapot. She will explain everything you need to know about it.
Okay. Gotcha. And we unlock the Serenity pod. So this is our new thing in this update. It's a gadget. Interesting. Oh, we can summon it whenever. Oh. We have a floating abode, emerald peak, or cool isle. The RAM layout. Floating abode, emerald peak, cool isle. Good question actually. I think I prefer the floating abode because it looks cooler. Yep, thank you. Let's see. And then it turns out that Granny was helping the Fatui to trap us.
Wow! This teapot seems even bigger inside than Madame Ping's. There's even a great big house in the middle too.
Finally, commodities.
Huh. But there's just a whole load of nothing around it.
Get chiseling, Paimon. You could carve us a whole house of this rock.
Paimon can't do that. Well, you're the one with the sword anyway. You do it.
I don't want to.
Still, why is it so empty here apart from that house?
I guess because she wanted to leave us a lot of free space.
Oh, wait a second. What is that?
Okay. So welcome to our new game thing. I've heard a lot of interesting things about this. Oh, hello there.
Well, it seems that we have a visitor. It's a huge finch! Excuse me, I am not a finch. I am a teapot spirit, and you may call me... hang on a moment. What am I supposed to be called again?
What up, Sachin?
Oh, call me. I suppose you may call me Tubby.
We need 25 bucks. For what? You... Wait. Okay.
So you're the little helper Madame Ping mentioned?
I guess so.
Madame Ping? Oh, you must mean Ping. Yes, she did summon me here. She told me much about you.
Why didn't you recognize her when I just said Madame Ping? That's just saying that you don't recognize Queen Elizabeth. And you just have to say Elizabeth for you to recognize her. That's weird. Oh, wow. Wow. That's why, huh? I didn't know they were in discount.
You may leave all matters regarding the upkeep of this realm to me.
Yeah, cool.
Your journey may be far from over, but at least this way you will not want for a comfortable
Only
place to
23.
sleep each night.
What's the Tipo spirit exactly?
Though it is the Adepti who create realms such as this, they generally do not have the time of day to attend to the banal matter of their maintenance.
So they created servants for it.
Thus, we teapot spirits were created to help guard their realms and manage their affairs. You may consider me a butler, if you will.
That's all.
Now, allow me to explain this realm to you. Have you any blueprints on you? Specifically, blueprints with beautiful rooms, chairs, and the like.
Well, she did give me this.
As long as you have a blueprint, you can refashion this realm however you please.
What if I bring a blueprint of a machine?
Blueprints? Oh, that's right! Granny handed us some when she gave us the teapot, didn't she? Let's take them out and have a look.
Let's see.
Yes, these are the blueprints I'm talking about. Go on, open them up. Just commit the image of the objects to memory and prepare the necessary materials.
Just like a famous game, Fortnite.
Then simply release the thought from your mind and the object in the blueprint shall appear within this teapot.
I don't need materials.
Wow! Is that all it takes? Then we could build a whole city inside, couldn't we?
I doubt it. A golden-eyed adeptus explained this to me at some point in the past. He said that even though subspace creation is a product of adeptal power, even that has its limits.
Sure.
This world is not a true one, after all. It provides merely a moment of brief respite from the mortal realm, not a means of escaping it entirely.
Sadly.
A golden-eyed adeptus? Paimon wonders who could that be?
There's a bunch.
I hardly remember myself. What's more, I have never seen that adeptus again since.
Strange.
Well, let's not dwell on that. Have a look around. Best you get accustomed to this realm. If there's anything you would like to ask, just look for me.
Okay. Serenity Pod, important message. After using and summoning the Serenity pod, travelers can interact with it and enter the abode within. Travelers can also use and summon the pod while they are within its confines. Interacting with Serenity pod in states will allow travelers to leave it. Travelers can also directly open the map interface and fast travel to any of the teleport waymars to immediately leave the Serenity pod. Tag to the teleport experience inside the Serenity pod to talk about to learn about and manage all manner of teleport related affairs. You can create all kinds of items from the creation screen. there is materials. After opening and furnishing, use the place function to put it in motion. Place furnishing to increase the adaptal energy rank of your Serenity pod. As your adaptal rank energy increases, royal currency will accumulate at a faster rate. We have currency here. Spend royal currency in the realm pod to purchase various items. Once in a while, a tipo traveling salesman will visit your boat. There is a chance that he will bring some rare treasures with him. If you acquire the blueprint for a furnishing set, you can place furnishings by batch. You can still make adjustments to individual furnishings when batch placing them. Travelers, please ensure that you follow terms of service while using the Serenity pod system. To create a healthy gaming environment, please read and confirm that you will not instigate or take part in the creation of content that discriminates against any race, gender, religion, sexual orientation, ethnicity, or urban region, the bullying or insulting of any travelers of group of travelers, any other content over here that relates to terms of service. Sure. I can do that, as long as you let me do copyrighted stuff. Oh well, I have free range when putting this, so I'm gonna put this right next to us. And main building, it says, huh? That's our current main building. Up to 200. And I guess if I save this. What up, Sachem? Okay. Ah, we have also stuff for here. Ah. The piece of wood trickling down trees, something trickling down trees. Turn a mansion, process one die. There's a bunch of things. I guess this also has to do with... I know. I know, the intro for the Battle Pass. So this time is Real Multi version 38 days, and they're gonna give us the same things except... No, these are the same things from the last. Okay. Inspired episode, so it's just gonna be that. Nothing related to this quest at all. Or maybe in weekly. I guess. Oh yeah, there it is. Let's see. Got an achievement. Sounds. That's all of this stuff. Interesting. Well, I want to check out the mansion. It's in its own thing, huh? But it's nice to have something. You have no furniture at all. Wine o'clock, long table with tablecloth. Interesting. There's a lot of rooms here. Many more that I can actually devise an idea of what to do with. No, I cannot enter here. Weird. Neither here. Okay, let's see. Oh, what a weird... Oh. I guess this is... nice, easy. I guess we can use this to receive people. Why not? Got decorations. Okay. These things, I guess. So I also have to buy. I also have to buy stuff like this. This reminds me a lot of The Sims. Of the construction system. You got stuff here too. Ah, this changes the room. Interesting. I wonder what the fuck will happen if someone breaks the pot while I'm inside. Let's see. Market. Let's put this here. Something. Oh, I have to use them from here, I guess, from the freaking backpack. I thought so. It's basically recipes. Wine o'clock. So it's basically just to decorate stuff and others. Maybe have to forge them first. Let's see. Ah, no, this is just to forge normally. cool. I guess this might actually help a lot. Okay, then how the fuck do we put the rest of the stuff?
Maybe you're not used to the place at the moment, but once you've materialized enough rooms and furniture through subspace creation, it will feel just like home.
I mean, I have no home, so it just like feels like that. Third rank. Oh, here's what I got is rank bonus too. Interesting.
Maybe...
Can I create this? Oh wow. I need a bunch of shit. And now I can get a wood. I can make dyes too from different fruits. Well, since all of these require some kind of dye, I'm gonna make it since this fruit is kinda useless for anything else really. Oh, it's automatically processed, it's good. I can make it with different things too. Curious. On fabric is done from silk flowers, but explicitly from Louis, so gotta be careful with that. There's a bunch of furniture to this crap. More the Arcade Monster building. Wow, we have different architecture too. I thought it would be just architecture from there. Well, that opens up a new interesting thing at least. And this stuff and this stuff. The poster bundles of cars. I'm gonna put money in a free game. We can even put animals. It really feels like the Scenes building mod, just a little bit less detailed. Oh wow, it's quite extensive if there's other islands apart from this one. Wow. Okay. I guess we can get out whenever we want. So that's surfboard. I guess I'll make some changes for it, but I gotta find material. Return to your home world. Can we visit other bots? Okay. Time to go for what concerns us actually this time. Where are you? So if I remember correctly, last time we found an adventurer that pretty much it has all the clues of where to find our sister, so yeah, there go do that. Give me chicken, okay. Hello there, where do you want to go to this domain?
This abandoned temple does bear some marks of the abyss. The falcon of the west. Though it can soar in the wind, it ultimately does not but hover under the light of the gods.
What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, it's nothing. Let's head inside.
Sure. see. Visual traces, that's a new one. Start, I guess. Was something about being frozen there? Yeah, I know a lot about that.
The scent of the abyss is getting stronger. It's not far now.
Can you smell them?
Paimon wonders what the Abyss Heralds look like. Do they look something like the Abyss Mages?
Let's head
Probably
further
going to
in first.
look worse.
If we do see that creature, that'll spare me the explanation either way.
Okay. I guess being seen that explaining. More convenient for everyone. Okay. Give me all of the things. All of the things. I love how this Hondor only likes to sleep nowadays. Okay. Okay, luckily these guys are not trouble for us. God, like absolutely nothing. Oh shit, okay. Now there may be problems. But not too many. Okay, now you got frozen. Crystallize it and eat a tornado of fire. Yep. I like this team. And I like that skill. Even it doesn't have that big range, it is quite useful. Nice, getting a bunch of criticals there. Well, materials and a chest. Who could resist? Entity has time now, that's a bit, of course. I know all about Entity. Some mysterious thing. Let's see, another chest here. Uh-oh. Well, time to eat Astral. And this too. And you can eat a tornado. I thought there were more, but I guess I killed them all already. Okay, that's open. Oh yeah, that was just to make it rain, I forgot. Somehow I forgot all about it. Oh, still not adventure rank 39. Almost to 40 though, and there I can grind the good stuff. The front of the good stuff. From other domains. Because there I have the possibility at least to get artifacts of level 5. Just the possibility, you know. Probably won't get any for a long time, knowing my luck, especially. Careful. Careful. Where are you? Ah, shit. I hate that I can do that without having to freeze me. Okay, this I can hit with mud.
Let the show begin.
Die.
Moment of birth.
Nice. Oh yeah, I think I changed the lens of Rosaria to one that works better with Creo, or did I change her artifacts? I think I changed her artifacts actually.
Seems like that herald might have already left.
Could you tell me more about the Abyss Order?
The Abyss. It is chaos, and it is also destruction. It is a morass of inconceivable madness that encroaches upon this world's very foundations.
Sounds like you've been fighting them for a long time.
Is why even the Dragon of the East, a servant of a deity, was unable to resist its corrosive powers.
You mean the Balin?
And the creatures of the abyss desire nothing less than the overthrow of a world ruled by the Archons.
You seem to know a lot about the Abyss, Dane.
Well, we do have some history.
Were you?
I suppose that's as far as chit-chat goes. We should head to Wolvendom. Judging by the traces I'm following, their next appearance may be within the territory of that old wolf.
Really?
Perhaps we may find our Abyss Herald there.
Sure, I guess I'll follow you. Give me that. Nice. So that we couldn't find any heralds, but we killed a bunch of mages, and that makes me happy. And to go to Wolvendom. I never decided what's the best way to go to Wolvendom, but I guess from here, because from here I have to climb more, and I don't want to. Is this one music for here? Can hear it quite well, but I don't know, it feels different. Or maybe I'm just an idiot that never noticed the music in the game. Could be either. Okay, get up, and let's go.
Well, we're in Wolfendom now. Think Dane's waiting for us up ahead?
He probably is, knowing how speedy he is.
In case the wolves decide they don't like him.
Pretty sure he can defend himself. And why? Okay, my keys are getting worse each day.
Lord of Wolvendom, great wolf king of the north.
The guy that I have defeated it one time weekly since
Sharp of
I fought him the
fang,
first
keen
time.
of claw, and yet dwelling here only.
You know that wolf?
No, nor does it know me. I only know these things because a previous traveling companion of mine once wanted to hear its story. All right, let's go see if that Abyss Herald has stopped by here.
Okay.
But where do we begin? Are you standing here because of these strange bonfires, Dane?
Indeed. See that? Floating above the flames? It's an abyssal spell.
It's the first time we've seen one.
Knowing what I do of the Order's habits, they've probably left similar marks behind elsewhere. Let's have a look nearby.
Alright. Well, luckily the map has good information about where they are. Let's see. I still don't have the object that allows me to eat quickly. I have to craft it, but I need some materials still. And I'm too lazy to search for them.
That those monsters by the bonfire are under the Abyss Order's control?
Yeah, most probably.
Scary. Let's beat them up
Since they
first.
have a mage with them.
Let's dance.
Come on, there we go.
Punishment. Judgment.
Nice.
Ooh, that's that. Let's go check out that bonfire. Looks like this bonfire's also got something to do with the
I mean, we
Abyss.
can tell that from apart. No need to get it that close to it. It's curious how we only know like one member of the Abyss, and those are the mages. It's like we don't know anything about them since we confronted them with the battling situation. Sorry.
And there's another one of those bonfire spells.
They're still following me.
The abyss really has been around here. Yikes! Where did these monsters pop out from? Let's clear them out, and quick!
Okay, that's my specialty, I guess.
Burst forth with the wind.
Oh, oh, oh. Oh, here. Ah, you lost the fire that you brought with you. Sadly.
You can't run.
Careful when there's the spells. Not to get beaten by them.
Wind blade.
Let's go. This will do nothing, now that I realize. At least my skills are high enough to not have to rely on the amount of fire for this crap.
You can't run.
Wind blade.
Okay, nice. Finally.
Light
Come into being.
You can't run.
No, you're not gonna recover, mate. They're down. Oh, that's easy. What's that? Have to go back to Dainsleif. If that's how you pronounce his name, probably not. Oh shit, he's up. Forgot.
Have you finished searching? I searched around these parts and found some signs myself, but they were left behind by abyss mages, and there was no deeper abyssal power to them. It seems that even an abyss herald would not wish to make trouble with the Wolf King of the North.
I mean, who all apart from me?
I should leave as well. If there's anything praiseworthy about that old wolf, it's his territorial nature.
But now we're out of leads. Are we going to have to give up?
Oh, they're at least where?
No. There is one more place we can go. Let's get a move on then. I'll wait for you at Storm Terror's lair.
Okay. Weird part, but sure. At the very start of the Storm Terror, huh? I don't even know. I may start to talk stupidity because I feel like I'm studying with my words more than usual. Okay, Dainsleif, what's this? I don't remember how to pronounce your fucking name.
I've heard about what happened to you during Mondstadt's crisis. When you came, this place was known as Storm Terror's lair.
Well, I think my map still says that.
But I suppose that this place is more lair than Storm Terror at this point.
Yeah, he technically isn't here anymore.
In fact, if my memory serves, this ruin has had largely nothing to do with that dragon for a long time.
For about, I don't know, 7 patches.
The first time I laid eyes upon the ruins of old Mondstadt, the dragon of the East had yet to fall, much less come to nest in this place.
Huh? But Paimon remembers that Dvalin first got in trouble hundreds of years ago.
Yeah, if that's true, you're...
Don't think too much about it.
Alright.
Do you remember the light actuators that once sealed this ruin? If the Abyss Order is interested in this location, then they will not neglect those mechanisms.
Gotcha, welcome back, Sachin.
Let's go see what the situation is at those light actuators.
Well, time to see it. Better teleport, since I can. Yep, they're definitely there.
There are lots of monsters gathered over there.
Thanks for giving me elemental to make more damage to you.
You can't run.
Okay.
Go, Barber, go!
We got.
Shiver.
Burst forth.
And you're almost there already.
Feel this ancient power.
There. And there's more, of course. Fierce you.
Disappear.
Oh shit, actually that guy over there is more concerning. Because he can heal them. Okay.
You can't run.
Come into beat.
Weird declarations, but okay. Did you just draw a fucking slime to me?
Burst forth. Witness my great undertaking.
I feel like that, yeah. Like that was the case. Still weird. Declarations.
What a nuisance.
Live.
Okay, they might not be dead.
Ready, steady, go! I'll protect us.
Fuck me.
Barber.
Where to kill that?
Come into being.
Judgment.
The ancient teacher incantation of I'm gonna send 1,000 things to the wall. We're in exercise, in exams. Because we don't care.
Burst forth. Feel this ancient power.
Ah, shit.
You can't run.
Come into being.
Oh shit. Okay, got freed. Too soon.
Wind blade.
Oh wow. Really? A digital moral. God fucking damn it.
Oh, so in the end, we still couldn't find that Abyss Herald. Bummer.
Quite a shame.
I wouldn't call not having to gaze upon such a creature a shame exactly. Still, I do believe that you will come across one eventually.
Whenever they add it to the game, if they haven't added it yet.
No, you're right. If it's a really powerful monster, it would be best to go around it.
How good it would be if all perils one encounters in their journeys could simply be solved by going around them.
Hmm? Oh shit. Truth tables again. Like what else if it's done well? Zero, 0, 0, 0, 1. This is the contract. Rip. Implies that only is false if it was brought up to a false, if I remember correctly. Contingency, and contingency. From 0 to 0, which is false, false, is true. Question. The zeros represents true value or fake or false value. It's just that I do with true and false instead of with 0 and 1. We seem familiar with the journeys.
Once upon a time, yes. I simply have experience from
001 and
adventuring
001. You
together
cannot
with
say it's a
travel
half on Aprils. Alright, yes, I can. Interesting. Then in that case, that means once that makes a 0, so that means okay, got it. Because from 0 and it only needs a 0 if it's okay. It's just that when it's 1s and 0s, it's a little bit confusing because there's some things I read about it. Sometimes they consider 0 a different thing depending on the book. That's why it's not advisable, but I guess that's what your teachers planted to do. But if you're using them this way and 0 and 1, then I know which is which. Let's see, from 0, 0. Okay. It only keeps you. Okay, got it. 0, 1. Factor 2, yes. Quarter. To false, 2 to 2, false to false, from false to 2, false to false. Yeah. Well, I don't see any issues with it, as far as I remember, at least. Honesty. It should be okay, as far as I see, actually.
You know, Dane, you keep talking about that person this and that person that.
Grande. I mean, I was curious because I was thinking, how the fuck they use this? It's just that zeros and ones are weird. It depends on the book and the kind of teacher that you have, what values it takes.
Where are they now, anyway?
She no longer travels.
No longer travels, huh?
I'm afraid that traveling can be too exhausting at times.
Oh, is that how it is? Well, why are you traveling alone then?
I still have some things left unfinished. Once they are done, I too will return home to rest.
Yep, and it's good to have a home to come back to, isn't it? We camp out a lot when we travel.
It's not like we have a home or anything.
Hey, once you find your sibling, we should find a place to stay too, shouldn't we?
Actually, yes.
Mondstadt's Fisherman's Toast is pretty tasty, but Liyue's one-man restaurant is great too.
Well, now that we have the teapot, we can decide on either way.
Either way, we should settle down in a place where there's good food.
Getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, I think.
Well, it won't be too late to think about where you stay once your journey reaches its end. While you're still traveling, you should...
What did I feel? I seen something familiar on that cliff.
Huh? What's familiar?
I felt it for a moment the previous time we came here too.
A familiar feeling, you say? It could be someone you know well, or perhaps a monster.
Could it be the abyss?
Whichever it is, we should see it for ourselves, and thus see clearly. We can
Well,
reach the top of that cliff from over there. Let's go.
Let's go. If it's the same feeling that we got last time we were here, canonically.
Fast, doesn't he? Let's use that wind current nearby to catch up.
Then it can only be one person. Or maybe not. They like to bait it a lot. Oh, there's nothing. Ah, shit.
Can you still sense that familiar feeling that you spoke of earlier?
It's nearby.
But it doesn't feel like there's anything around here. No monsters, no people, nothing.
Indeed. There doesn't seem to be anything strange about this place. It doesn't look any different from the last time I was here.
You been here before?
My traveling companion brought me here on our previous journey.
So, Dane, what about you? What's your favorite place?
Me? I no longer remember.
You've been traveling that much time.
I merely followed my traveling companion around on that journey. That's all there was to it. Huh?
That's the comparison everyone makes.
A ruin guard's footprint. A ruin guard was wandering around here?
A ruin guard?
No peace to be found, even for a single dandelion.
What's so special about the dandelion? Oh. Or stuff resonates. Now that I look at her clearly, I wonder if...
What's gotten into you? You were just spacing out.
The dandelion reminds me of...
You mean your sister? How could that be? You only touched that dandelion for a second.
Went beyond it. The moment I touched it...
Perhaps that dandelion bears some sort of scent that only you recognize.
I guess there are special elemental marks.
As for why, has it perhaps experienced something related to you?
You're saying some real confusing stuff. Paimon doesn't get it at all.
Regardless, we have to get to the bottom of...
Do not rush. Vexation and anxiety are the enemy of rational thought. Your journey has only just begun, has it not?
Yeah, and if my calculus is correct, I still need to travel other 5 lands because I don't think it's gonna be that easy.
At least you now know that she is still on this world. At this time, the most important thing is the journey to find her itself.
I hope that I will find her instead of going on 2 more fun activities.
Yes, and this is something you must keep in mind as the meaning behind your journey. May you find your kin at the end of that journey. Well then, let us part ways here for now.
Why now?
Huh? You're leaving? Already?
Only for now. Don't worry. We will meet again. After all, I did take 500 Mora and those 3 answers you gave me.
Well, that's a prelude completed. Okay, let's go to the bulletin board. In Luya. Interesting. Oh. Hello.
Oh, yes, yes. They have the audacity to go after anything. The 7 dragons, gods. No ancient artifact that relates can escape their greedy ambitions. Still, this time is different. Who do they think they are, going after the Abyss Order's treasures?
Yeah?
Oh, Traveler, it's you.
Huh? Ganyu, what are you doing here with Lan? Do you have a commission you need to post?
Hello. We were just discussing the treasure hoarders.
Oh, I thought that was something different.
Yes. We were just saying how even the audacious treasure hoarders should know better than to mess with the Abyss. It's just too evil.
To me, it just seems like sheer stupidity.
But we recently received intel from the Ministry of Civil Affairs that two big-time treasure hoarders in Liyue and Mondstadt are planning some big joint operation.
Two big-time treasure hoarders?
Yes. They're known as Big Sis of the South and Raptor of the North.
What kind of names are those?
Oh, Raptor! Paimon remembers he tried to run away from
Oh.
Amber and Mondstadt. But who is Big Sis of the South?
Is she the was the treasure hoarder
You
referred
already
to?
know something then. I guess you must have crossed paths with the treasure hoarders many times before. You are correct. She's the head of the treasure hoarders in Liyue. As I understand it, the treasure hoarders all call her boss.
Okay.
Some say that the god of thieves even bestowed a gift upon her for her exploits, making her Big Sis of the gods. But that's probably just a wild rumor.
The god of thieves. Don't tell me that's one of the 7. Because otherwise I'm going to be really interested on the land that it rules.
Anyway, the treasure hoarders discovered some previously unexplored ruins that the Abyss Order has been secretly guarding in the shadows. Despite how dangerous that makes it, all the treasure hoarders can think about is what kinds of treasure could be inside. They have already devised a plan. They will send out a decoy to divert the Abyss Order's forces away from the ruins, then send an expert thief inside to steal the treasure.
What kind of plan is that?
To this end, Big Sis and Raptor have reportedly recruited a certain Grand Thief from Fontaine.
Grand Thief? That's quite an impressive sounding title.
What's up, Sachin?
Oh, indeed. He is an extraordinary individual. The Grand Thief is highly respected in the treasure hoarders, in the same way that we adventurers look up to great adventurers.
Is it now? No, you're correct. Interesting. I guess it has to do with the changes that I did, but when did I change it? The FPS. Fuck, I gotta check something I streamed. Just like the famous adventurer Alice?
Ah, so you're familiar with the author of the Tevat travel guide then? Correct. The Grand Thief is someone as renowned as her. So, despite being relative big-timers in Liyue and Mondstadt, Big Sis and Raptor had to put in a lot of work to convince a thief of his status to come and personally oversee this operation.
I see.
With the major changes in Liyue recently, the Ministry of Civil Affairs and the Millelith already have their hands full. They don't have any time to investigate rumors about treasure hoarder activity. But anything related to the Abyss makes me feel like there is some unknown danger lurking beneath the surface. So I decided to come to the Adventurers Guild to post a commission.
I do understand the dangers of the Abyss.
Leave this commission to us.
It's not like anyone else will take it.
Thank you so much.
Good to see this in the hands of a reliable guild member. Well,
I
then,
just arrived 1 month ago.
the guild will take care of the details of this commission.
I don't know how much time is being in-game canon. Got the reins. But I suspect a bunch of months at least. It's close by to the only fucking domain of Luya that I haven't uncovered. No, I didn't. The second domain of Luya that I haven't uncovered. I think I have keys for that, sadly. Wish I have good prices, but I'm gonna check it out anyways, just in case. Well, now I have a reason to collect mint and other stuff. Oh, I have. I thought I run out of them. Cool. Let's see. Call of the Beast. Apparently still only need cryo. Follow the treasure hoarders. So we're just entering Abyss territory now.
There are signs of treasure hoarder activity here. They must have come to these ruins. Let's
Yeah,
go
no
deeper
joke.
inside. Paimon sure hopes Ganyu's information is reliable.
Oh fuck. No! Why does that always happen? It's like I can bring the fucking wings to me in time.
There aren't many guards here. Looks like their plan to draw away the Abyss Order's forces really worked.
I mean, considering this is one of the bases, why the fuck will they leave it unprotected, even if they have other stuff pending?
Come into being.
Only a single card. Nice. And the platform disappeared.
More signs that a treasure hoarder was here. This should be the right direction. But
What the fuck?
why does it feel stranger and stranger as we make it deeper into these ruins?
This is familiar.
Be careful now. Paimon's right behind you.
This is exactly like the festival. Okay. Damn. Another resurrection. Oh wow, a chest that I could open from outside it. Cutscene. Yeah, this looks way too important to leave unguarded. Oh. Oh, fuck. Is he dead?
This looks like a person. Could it be the Grand Thief?
Damn.
Why is he in that position? Is he praying to something?
No, I think he's dead. Okay, no, this is bad. A statue of the seven? It actually wants... It looks like...
Why is the statue of the seven hanging upside down?
Do they have their own god?
And the statue's hands... Paimon remembers they're normally holding an orb, right?
Yeah.
But this statue is holding... What is that? Paimon has a really bad feeling about this. And the Grand Thief hasn't moved an inch. Do you think he's...
Yeah, practically dead.
Hello? Are you okay, mister?
That's gonna work, of course. There's no reaction or any sign of breathing.
He's dead.
Yep, like I thought.
Paimon doesn't feel so good.
I just noticed. Zeta. How did he die?
Let's get out of here. And fast. We should report back to Ganyu and Lon.
Unless that thing activates.
What? We can't stay here. Quick, run!
Involuntary sacrifice. Oh, I see what happened. Well, let's see if we can get out. Oh shit. Disappear. Nice. Even with this amount of stamina, I haven't run those out fast. Okay. Uh-oh.
You cannot spy on the secrets of the Abyss.
I think this might be an herald.
You have come here. You have seen our secrets. For this, you must pay the price. As a herald, I will mete out your punishment.
An Abyss Herald?
Thought so. The monster we were talking with Dane.
Dainsleif. Oh, I thought you were just a couple of pests that stumbled in here by mistake. So, you are with Dainsleif, that constant annoyance in our affairs. Did he send you here to die? His resistance against the Abyss has gone nowhere for a long time. There is nothing you can do to change the tide.
Well, as long as we can stop you for a brief moment, that's something.
The Abyss is unstoppable.
I like to see that. As long as we can do some shields, we should be secure. Reminds me a lot of how Child attacks. Well, they're gonna be dragged for it is, sadly, but it does damage. And I can freeze you. You're fucked.
Windblade. This moment of birth.
It's like Viola. Viola, it all turned out well for you in the end.
This power, it seems familiar.
Yeah, I figured.
I see. So it's you. You are the one.
You happen to be the only one that has got recognition from the teacher because of some circumstances.
In that case, I shall stay here no longer.
Okay. I don't know why you used that. Why didn't you use that in combat?
Are you okay?
He barely scrapped us.
Such a strong enemy. Who knew the Abyss Order had monsters this powerful among them?
All thanks to the memes. It seemed to know me.
Huh? What is it? What are you thinking about?
Let's just get out of here.
Right, yeah. We're near the exit now. Let's get out of this scary place before something even more dangerous shows up.
I guess if they have added something more dangerous to the game, at least. What it smells like?
The soil is moist.
So, we meet again. A little sooner than I had expected.
Right after we met.
Hey, it's Dane!
Judging by your expression, it seems you just experienced something quite strange.
Yeah, for me, yes. For you, it's probably the day's bread and butter.
Could it be that you encountered an Abyss Herald in those ruins?
Huh? How did you know that?
I've been on the Abyss Herald's trail. I didn't expect to find you here as well.
There was something even stranger than Abyss Herald in the ruins.
An inverted statue of the Seven, holding abyssal power in its hands. No, I have never seen such a thing during my time fighting the Abyss. Though I have had my suspicions. Tell me the rest of what happened in there. So you escaped the ruin depths filled with abyssal power, and then?
Nothing.
Then, as we got close to the exit, an Abyss Herald suddenly appeared and blocked our way. We fought a big battle with that thing. Maybe it hasn't gotten too far yet.
Yes, this is a rare opportunity indeed. Come, let's catch up to it.
I thought I was the one who commissioned you.
Let's go! A rare opportunity? With Dane helping out, maybe we'll be able to solve more mysteries about the Abyss.
Alright, I guess so. Let's see. Wow, that thing flew. How the fuck could it flee that much? Okay, more. Oh shit, there's a guardian. Well, a guard. That's not good. I have a cryo one too, damn it. Oh, well, it's not alive, so that's good. Destroy that shield in a femtosecond. That's good. Okay.
Feel this ancient power.
I see. Yeah, it feels good when you have all them, the team. And get really use it to memorizing, starting as soon as you can start doing the combos. They're good. It's basically whenever you do one of the, I don't remember how they're called, damn it, but one of the special attacks that, you know, are marked with Roman numbers. When you do one, at the top right of your screen there should be like a list of where you can go. If I remember correctly, there should be one of fire, 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 water, fire, fire, rock, and another again rock. I don't remember exactly for them, but they're basically your main weapon and you have to learn how to use them because they are going to be really important.
Those abyss mages just now, were they trying to ambush us?
Basically, if you do an attack of those that has a 1 in the number, next you have to do an attack of one of the elements that is on the top right of the screen with a 2 on the number. Then next you have to do another attack that has a 3 in the number, and then you have it. If you start with a 2, it's with a 3, and then with a 4, and I think if it's with a 3, you have to do another 3 and then a 4, or just a 3, a 4, and another 4. It has to be either one level up or the same level, if I remember correctly.
No. They were just digging through these abandoned ruin guards looking for something of value.
Oh, is that so? The traveler here seems to like doing that a lot too.
Oh, by the way, use does the thing appear yet? Does that appear? If you're near, then you go away. I'm not gonna say anything.
Looking for chaos devices, chaos circuits, you know, that kind of stuff.
Oh fuck. Yeah, but those are important materials.
They wouldn't be searching for such ordinary objects.
Maybe they have another reason?
In fact, I was nearby investigating precisely because abyss mages often come out from that ruin to explore. They seem to be searching the remains of ruin guards for a certain valuable object to take back to the ruins. However, they look disappointed, so it would seem they haven't found it yet.
Well then, why didn't you grab one of them just now and ask what they were up to?
Master Relics done that before.
I certainly don't mean to be merciful towards these monsters of the abyss, but I have a feeling that their plan with this object is of major importance to the entire Abyss Order. One cannot discover the truth behind it through interrogation.
It's better investigation.
Or rather, these Abyss mages likely fear something else, much more than they do a painful interrogation.
Something related to what we saw in those ruins?
Paimon is getting goosebumps thinking about all this.
All right, we shouldn't waste too much time here. Let's continue our search.
Aye, sure. Yeah, it's a constant worry. It's like, please give me the correct game. Anyway, I hope that you enjoy it truly. I should do a replay of that. Nice. Hades. Hopefully you get it. Well, there's another Joculus there, but we fears we have to deal with that base. Oh, and one of the guards. This is bad. Ouch. Okay, we're gonna do this. I better use this and this. Oh fuck. Go die there. Damn it. Uh-oh. Okay. Heal. Careful. No. Oh fuck. Here we go again with attacks. Well, at least I can freeze you, so that's something that I have to my advantage. I'll take care of that pest over there. Okay, cool.
You can't run.
Oh fuck, Albedo's about to die. Where are you now? Where did he go? How can such a huge thing disappear from my side? Up. Ah, fuck. I had to just happen to jump into another one of them. I'm safe here, I thought so. Sadly, I don't have an archer with me right now. Was that already? Oh, oh. Oh, fuck. There.
Wow! Besides the Abyss Order, Ruin Guards sure are active around here.
Yeah, it is a little bit slow. But that's because I also don't have the things upgraded as much as I could. If I say just dedicated to farm for a few days to get the Traveler to max level and stuff like that, and get the best artifacts, I guess I will kill them in a heartbeat.
Seems wherever we find an Abyss Mage hideout, there's often a bunch of Ruin Guards roaming around too. Is that just a coincidence? Or...
There are no coincidences in the world. Everything is the fruit of seeds planted long ago.
Well, what if I found myself in the wrong place at the wrong time? Is that also a fruit of a seed that I planted long ago?
Just like your appearance in that tavern. Time is just waiting for those seeds to sprout.
I only heard about you by chance.
Forget it. Just some needless musings. The connection between the Abyss Order and the Ruin Guards is by no means incidental. Rather, they are both branches that have grown out and up from the same roots below.
Branches? Roots? What do you mean exactly?
He's making a metaphor about trees.
Both originate from an ancient nation that was destroyed 500 years ago. Khaenri'ah.
Eh?
Huh? Khaenri'ah? Abyss Order and Ruin Guards are left over from after the destruction of that nation?
Are they trying to revive the nation with their own god or something?
Oh, speaking of Conria, that's really a super ancient name.
You've heard of it before?
Right. As your guide, Paimon should explain a bit here. A long time ago, the nation of Conria was...
I don't know how, but I know about it.
Huh?
Because they have memories on country. Oh,
Memories of being there. But that nation was destroyed 500 years ago.
Is that so? Well, everyone has their secrets. You did not pry into mine, so I shall not pry into yours.
I mean, I don't keep it secret.
But if you would like to tell me, I will listen. So, the Conria you saw, what was it like?
The Conrads were shot. Okay, how about be right back? Flames 500 years ago.
So that's the complete story, huh? Paimon thought that you ran into that unknown god first.
I also thought that.
I see. So your first memory after coming to this world was being awoken by your sister from within that meteorite.
It seems your sister woke up first. But the question is, how long before you?
And then your sister told you that the destruction of Conria plunged the whole world into chaos, and that you two should leave this world called Tevat?
The destruction of Conria? She said that?
That's what I heard at the time.
That destruction you witnessed, that's history from 500 years ago.
Maybe I time traveled?
It seems the first time you awoke in this world was indeed during that period.
Huh. So your sister must have understood this world better than you did, because she woke up first.
That much ago?
And it was shortly after that that you encountered an unknown god who blocked your path, so you couldn't escape.
Oh, Paimon knows this part really well.
I understand.
So it has to be one of the Archons.
When you awoke at that time and hurriedly tried to leave for another world, you didn't know anything about Conria. But now, since you have come to gain some understanding of Tevat, you are able to guess that the war you witnessed all those years ago must be the war that ended Conria. Am I right?
I guess so.
If that's the case, you must have been flipping through all sorts of books during our adventure these past few months.
I haven't touched a single fucking book.
Before going to Mondstadt, you had just looked at some vague materials. Later, we managed to gather a whole bunch of old books from all around Mondstadt and Liyue, but you told Paimon they were useless.
I guess I didn't really take a look at them.
So the whole time you were just trying to learn more about Conria so you could find your sister?
I guess it's the second most promising need after looking for the
Oh,
7.
yeah. You can travel around the 7 nations to find the 7. But where can you go to find a nation that was destroyed 500 years ago?
Just in history books.
I probably know more about Conria than both of you. Conria was a nation without a god.
Oh.
Not because it had a god that died or abandoned them, but because it never had a god to begin with. It was a powerful nation, built purely by humans. An unprecedented, flourishing, and glorious civilization. It was the pride of humankind.
With no divine intervention.
A nation without a god?
Later events unfolded just as you remember.
Oh.
It was all destroyed by gods.
Oh, I see.
You mean that...
500 years ago, the gods descended upon the world and brought desolation to Conria. The pride of humankind was uprooted and crushed, like a weed removed from the garden of the gods.
How could that be? The history books don't say anything about that.
That's horrible.
Yes, well, continuing to discuss the past now will only dampen our spirits.
Next time I see Bandiers only.
Let's keep moving. I will tell you more of what you want to know as we continue our search.
First, let me get that. But why will they have decided to destroy a nation without a god? either they all 7 did it by their own accord because they thought it was too dangerous, or just one of them had enough power to kill it, because if Zhongli had a power to just destroy that ancient god with all the power from the Gnosis, maybe just one of them could have destroyed the whole nation without any trouble, if it was bad for their own purposes without consulting anyone else.
Come on, we can do it.
It would be very funny if I had Venti or Zhongli on my party right now. It's like I can see them, but I cannot talk to them. Courses. Let's see. On up. Ah, there we go. More guards.
Over there! It's more ruin guards and abyss mages. Dane was just saying how these ancient machines are from Conria.
Yeah, I listened.
So, did Conria have a lot of ruins that needed to be guarded?
No. Ruin Guard is the name modern people have given these machines.
That's up.
No one called them that 500 years ago. These ruin guards were known as field tillers by the people of Conria.
Field tillers? What a strange name.
They were farming equipment?
It's not like you think. Field tiller was just a code name. The people of Conria like to give code
what kind of a code name? Oh, well,
The land is not to be tilled with farming tools, but rather is to be fought for with steel and blood. This is how the field tiller came about.
Fought for with steel and blood? Well, that's an interesting way of understanding tilling. Paimon doesn't think it's a very positive interpretation.
So maybe they destroyed the whole nation because they really were growing too dangerous for everyone else. Instead of keeping peace like the other 7 nations seem to maintain with each other to a certain degree, at least until now. Maybe they tried to conquer?
After the destruction of Conria, these masterless field tillers went completely out of control. They wandered aimlessly over the centuries, gradually spreading to every corner of Teyvat. Perhaps resonating with the sorrow of other civilizations lost to time, they found their way to various ruins across the land, where they lie dormant.
Well, that sounds so sad.
Can we play Despacito?
Once you understand more, those details won't mean much to you. But no matter their past, all that remains of them now is the danger they pose. So destroy them all.
Aye, aye. Okay, he woke up. I thought so.
Disappear.
Eat this.
Wind blade.
Shit. Go on, moving time.
Burst forward.
Let's die already. Come on. Oh, come on, hit the mage. Not the guardian.
Coming to be.
Okay, it's coming. God damn it. Wow, thanks. Fucking thing. And this recovered shield. At the very least I have Barbara to deal with here. Can kill you in an instant. There you go. Careful.
Burst. Moments of burst.
Shiver. Yeah.
Oh shit, you don't stay put whenever I do that. Do you? I almost managed to pull it off if he only went a little further back. Ouch.
You can't run. Live.
That's dead.
Wind blade.
Okay. Somehow could kill the other mage, I don't know how.
Huh? This abyss has dropped a talisman. Could it be a communication of some kind?
You think so?
This talisman seems connected to the Abyss Herald. But why would an Abyss mage be carrying it?
Maybe because the heralds give orders to them?
Perhaps it really does contain information about their operation.
You think so?
But Paimon can't read the writing on it. Is that the script of Conria?
Engulf the faith of an enemy in flame, and bring glory to Her Highness the Princess.
I don't like the sound of that.
Is that what it says?
Loom of Fate, initial operation. They, the Abyss, seem to be carrying out a large operation. The keyword here is Loom of Fate. It seems like they are still launching the operation, or rather, are still conducting preliminary tests.
They're trying to make another nation?
Loom of Fate? What's that? Is it literally a fate-weaving machine?
Yeah, the Abyss Mage came from those ruins.
The horrible feeling Paimon's been getting. Those eerie ruins are super likely to be related to this fate-weaving operation. So, Dane, what message does this talisman contain?
Oh,
I'm
I see.
reading it now.
Lion such.
An ambitious operation. But some parts are difficult to understand.
How so?
In short, the first phase of the plan is related to Osial, Overlord of the Vortex.
The Overlord of the Vortex? You mean that god in the ocean?
Just crushed by the Jade Chamber.
What do they want with Osial?
Could it be the same as with the Valen trying to corrupt it?
I know of your past heroics regarding Dvalin, and I also know of the Abyss Order's role in the Storm Terror incident.
Damn.
Though you may not have been aware of it at the time, you were thwarting an Abyss Order operation similar to this one.
Last time it was Venti's old friend. This time it's a huge ancient god. The Abyss Order keeps setting their sights higher and higher.
Yeah, I thought so. It's not common saying that. Easy. Damn, Sachi.
Will the Abyss Order use their lies and dark magic to corrupt Osial, just as they did Dvalin?
No. From the contents of the talisman, this operation goes one step further. They won't just corrupt Osial's mind. They also plan to use the ancient technology behind the field tillers to completely transform Osial's body.
Is that even possible?
Make a mechanical god?
So wait, the Abyss Order wants to make some sort of cybernetic squid god of mass destruction?
The nicknames keep getting longer.
Very few people today truly understand the civilization of Conria. Though of course, the accuracy of that understanding itself is difficult to judge.
Damn.
Only the Abyss Order has consistently sought out the remnants of Conria. Despite being far from human, they seek out this lost human civilization quite persistently.
And there it is. That's that. That's something.
The talisman's message states that they will use the defiled statue as a base, attaching Osial's limbs to construct a mechanized god.
Okay, this is getting out of hand.
And the new core that shall replace the orb usually held by the Statue of the Seven is the eye of the very first field tiller.
The eye of the very first field tiller? Oh, Paimon gets it! All those Abyss mages are looking for the special eye, right?
Already?
It would seem so.
Damn. To me, it's more like I wake up to noises, but then I return completely to sleep, like nothing happened, which totally ruins the sleep experience. But I gotta live with it. Like not common noises, but just like I don't know, an alarm in another room, or some construction noises, which are very common around here. In the morning, it has to be in the fucking morning. They have fun. It's funny yet we still have time.
This whole thing keeps getting more complicated. But basically, it all has to do with that eerie statue of the Seven we saw, right?
It's like I hear the yeah, I can imagine. I hear the alarm and then I go back to sleep anyways. So it's like I wake up and all my tiredness makes me go back to sleep. Damn. But yeah, you basically don't hear the alarm. Yeah, it's I can imagine how the things that could happen in school time. Yep, 7 in the usual time. Because Latin America hates us.
Yes. According to the talisman, the eye should be placed in the hands of the defiled statue.
Even ah, yes.
Thereby imbuing the newly born god with the power to topple the divine thrones of Celestia.
Celestia?
Oh boy, the Abyss Order sure isn't holding back with this plan. Since no one knows where the first field pillar is, how about we take the information about the statue as the starting point for our investigation?
It looked like the name Archon. Celestia.
Yeah, that tone-deaf bard is too difficult to track down anyway. Let's go to the cathedral first and ask around. Maybe we'll learn something.
The cathedral.
Huh? What's the matter, Dane?
Nothing. Let's get moving.
The heck, Dane? The heck? I put like, I remember for a class that I had in math that I needed to do a group fucking project.
A huge statue, a grandiose cathedral. The people of Mondstadt clearly spent a great deal of resources and energy to construct them.
Yeah, like I was saying, I had like a group project and stuff that I needed to complete in that class, and I woke up like, I don't know, 20 minutes later on the fucking actual time to go to class. And then I just rushed it and said that, oh yes, my lights went out to my teammates because I didn't have any other excuses.
But how aware of this was the Animo Archon on receiving this gift? And how much did he give back in return?
Faith doesn't ask for anything in return, though, does it?
Yeah, so he said, yeah. The thing is that here actually the lights going out is actually not that uncommon. It has happened a bunch of times. It even happened during one stream. So I guess they bought it because of that.
As long as the gods have a clear conscience about it all, there's nothing I can say about it.
Well, Benti and Shonley at least know that they have these depths to their people. Benti made sure that the land of freedom is a land that has stuff to it, so at least he's not that bad of a god. Yeah, I guess saying the internet is the better thing. And Shonley, although he came just once a year, he gave people some hope, and he helped with the Mora Mothers, the Deptai, helping with Louis when everything changed. He actually wanted to do a trade to stop having Louis to depend on him anymore, which actually was something very insightful on him. I just still wonder why the fuck he gave away the noses.
Shh! We're about to enter the cathedral! Don't say anything bad about the animal archon!
I mean, if Rosaria can be what's it called? A nun without having that much faith into her fetus, then why would he not say anything?
And actually, the animal archon is... never mind!
He can't say shit.
I never specifically said I would enter the cathedral. I'll leave you two to mingle with the sisters.
Thought so.
Huh?
Aren't you curious?
You are the honorary knight of Mondstadt. They will surely allow you to poke into these affairs with their utmost trust.
During quarantine? What happened? Yeah, I'm scared.
Having me tag along would only make them suspicious.
Because they don't know you?
Correct. And just as our little friend said, I might say something bad about the church at any time. When a non-believer steps onto holy ground, the result is never pretty. I have never received the favor of the gods in the past. I don't see any reason I would need it now, or in the future either. That's enough about that. While we've been chit-chatting, the Abyss Order continues to act.
Okay, then we'll just go in ourselves and ask around.
I should warn you about one thing. Don't go mentioning the defiled statue inside the cathedral.
Yeah, why though?
The Church of Favonius wouldn't ignore the matter of the statue. But if they rashly tried anything against the Abyss Order, it would only ruin whatever element of surprise we may have.
I don't know why a single statue, but perhaps you're right.
Meddling in the affairs of the Abyss usually doesn't end well for anyone.
Agreed. Well, let's see what Barbara has to say. Oh, we have another Barbara. Crico. Ah, I see. Thanks.
Honorary Knight. Hi, how have you been? Do you need
His
anything
can't
today?
Crico. Crico. It's a why does every time that someone refers to rock names in our countries I just can't stop laughing? Like for example, when someone from Chile just says pasta base, just funny to me.
But I should first make it clear that if you need to borrow the Holy Lyre de Hermel again, we cannot oblige.
Why not?
It seems she hasn't realized it's just an illusion.
Still broken dagger, I guess.
We're here to ask some questions about something. Barbara, have you heard about the first field tiller?
What's that? Field tiller. What does it do?
We should refer it to the guards.
Of course you wouldn't know anything about that. Okay, next question. Has the church ever lost a statue of the Seven?
5 noches de vicio. Oh god. 5 noches de Crico. Holy heck.
You're here to ask about that old story? Well, I didn't expect that. That was such a long time ago, barely anyone mentions it nowadays.
Ah, you guys actually lost
A
one.
long time ago, there was indeed one statue of the Seven that disappeared one night without a trace. Nearly every member of the church joined the search for it, but it was never found.
Yeah, not rocks, only water.
In the church's records,
Let's fucking pet some ducks.
this incident has been called the Lost Statue of the Seven.
Of course!
course.
Of course.
Nothing? So do you have any other clues? Paimon means any other strange stories?
You have such a great poker face. Ow.
Sorry, Barbara, but we can't tell you about the statue we saw just yet. Like Dane said outside, it's for your own good.
Other strange stories? I'm not sure. Let me think about what other unusual incidents are in the church's records. Oh, the Tyrant's Final Fury? No, that's from
Final Fury, what?
Probably unrelated.
The Tyrant's Final Fury?
Oh, this refers to a time
Okay.
of great danger that engulfed
Are you gonna make the
Mondstadt,
same joke again?
the place now known as Storm
Okay.
Terror's lair. Many, many years ago, there was a time when balls of fire would rain from the sky whenever anyone approached Old Mondstadt.
Yeah?
Balls of fire raining from the sky? How terrifying!
People at that time believed it was a curse laid down by the god of storms, so they referred to it as the Tyrant's Final Fury. This strange phenomenon continued for about a year. No one was ever able to solve it. It just gradually ceased on its own.
So bizarre.
Right. Later, the theory of the Tyrant's Final Fury became less probable in the eyes of the church. Common reasoning dictates that the god of storms wouldn't shoot fireballs.
It will be weird.
Perhaps it was something else that caused the disaster. Anyway, this incident might not be related to the lost statue of the Seven, but I just can't think of any other strange incidents that might be.
It's okay. Thanks anyway.
There's that pointless word, thank you, again. I can never get used to hearing it.
Hello, Rosaria.
Rosaria, it's you.
If you're looking for the Knights of Favonius, they're busy with those monsters again.
Those monsters?
Those monsters that tried to attack Mondstadt last time during the Storm Terror incident?
The Abyss Order?
Wasn't that the Abyss Order? They're at it again?
Indeed. They're gathering in Wolvendom, causing great unrest among the wolves.
Uh-oh.
Could it be that the Abyss Order is targeting the spirit of Lupus Boreas? As for what purpose, I can't say for certain. Master Jean has already headed off to Wolvendom. I must also begin to make a move myself.
Then I will go as well.
Master Jean said you should stay at the church and continue your work with the clergy.
Hey, look at that, another bot. Gee, I wonder if I can break the record of most bots gotten. Since there we go. Almost bots gotten in a month.
But you're also a member of the clergy.
Oh, don't worry, I'm about to help as well, and since you're in my party.
We'll go give Master Jean a hand.
Oh, okay. If the honorary knight will be there, then... But please, everyone, be careful. May the Animal Archon protect you all.
May he protect us all.
What should I get to take back to Lily?
Okay, then what up?
I see. Has the Abyss Order already launched a new operation?
It seems so.
This could very well have something to do with the defiled statue. We should go as well.
But what is the Abyss Order going to Wolvendom for anyway? Are they looking to do the same as they did with Dvalin? Not again!
Not if we stop them.
No, that's not likely. Unlike Osile, who was just suppressed, Andreas died long ago.
No, so just a ghost?
Today, it is just his spirit that stands
Oh,
guard over
I see.
Wolvendom.
Then why the fuck do we need a ghost
The
for?
Abyss Herald may just be targeting the spirit of Andreas in an attempt to garner some information from one of the Animo Archon's old companions.
Let's go. Yep. Well, we already knew they were doing something at least around here, but I didn't know exactly what. Let's see.
The Abyss Order!
Don't underestimate the enemy. Let's take them now.
Just like we've been doing all this time.
Witness my great undertaking.
Cool. Thanks for giving me more elements to add into the fucking elemental mix. Ah, there's 2 archers. I don't hope her skill works even with those that are on a different elevation.
Coming to be.
One. There.
There sure are a lot of enemies around here.
Come on, it wasn't that much.
The closer we get to the target, the more enemies there are. Fits the Abyss Order's style.
Well, we should hurry out and find Lupus Boreas.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm not going any further.
Why?
Huh? Why not? Is it because you're afraid of fluffy animals?
I'm forfeiting
It has nothing to do with wolves. It's because Boreas was an ancient god, yet he willingly became a servant of the Seven.
Uh-huh. I'm seeing if I can break the record.
I cannot possibly agree with his actions. I don't desire any interaction with him.
I should actually check out how much have I banned this month. See how much I have appeared this month.
Besides, you're the one people like. I'm less likable.
You really doesn't despise 7,
There's
huh?
nothing special about gods anyway.
I mean, yes, that's why they're deciding to step down now, except for Raiden, who apparently wants to be all ruly and shit.
It's just my opinion, but a word of advice. Always be on your guard when around gods.
Yeah, we actually should take that, because we trusted too much with Zhongli. But probably it's not going to do this anyway with Raiden.
You shouldn't place too much trust in them. But at the same time, don't go too far in the opposite direction. Don't go trying to overthrow them or hunt them down.
So you mean I shall go for the neutral stance?
Even if the god in question is your sworn enemy.
Don't trust them and don't hunt them. That's some awkward advice. Does Dane hate the Seven, or is he protecting them?
Was your opinion so contradictory?
Lest I repeat the failings of my forebears.
Oh, so there's more people that try to change the order of the battle.
I will tell you one final fact.
Huh? What fact?
The destruction of the nation of Kanria by the gods is the reason the Abyss Order now seeks to destroy the nations watched over by the Seven. Well, enough chit-chat. We should get back to business. I will go take care of the remaining Abyss Order members in the area. Try and keep your visit with Boreas brief. Afterward, let's meet at the entrance to Wolvendom.
Okay.
There he goes. What a
Up again.
strange man.
I can kind of see where she's coming from, though.
That's true. You also keep your guard up against unfamiliar gods.
Except Benti, he was nice from the start.
The Rite of Dissension and Liyue, your decision was very similar to what Dane would do.
When there's a lack of trust, it's best just to avoid the situation entirely.
Not the easiest situation.
Honorary Knight, Paimon, what are you two doing here?
Oh, Master Jean! So glad we found you. Rosaria told us that you came here to fight the Abyss Order, so we came to help.
Then your help is greatly appreciated. The Abyss Order's sudden offensive is very strange. They've surrounded Wolvendom.
Why are they changing the
I am preparing to
frame
send out
so
some
much?
knights to fight back. I just scouted out all of Wolvendom, but I did not see you. Rosaria told me that the Abyss Order is going after Boreas. But the Abyss Order and Boreas... What is the connection between them?
They just like to cause trouble. Do they really need a reason? The Abyss Order already went after Dvalin. It's not too surprising that they would also go after another one of the Animal Archon's buddies.
That is true. Regardless, whether the reason behind the present threat is clear or not, I will handle the situation.
Alright.
Knight, please go and check if Lupus Boreas is in any danger.
Why haven't you
God's
checked it?
spirit. He does not often see people, but I hear that you have met him before. Maybe it is
Yeah,
best that you are also the one to meet
Once
him
a
this
week,
time.
every time, once a week since I checked him with Razor.
Okay, be careful. Thank you for your help, Honorary Knight of Favonius.
Well, really, why I look information from a ghost that barely talks even. What happened? It watches the right eye. Why not condemn all of biology? Oh, that's the word. Interesting. I totally forgot that we can cut now. Oh, shit, really? Constantly dry and cold. That's actually pretty weird. I haven't heard that. Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. I love how even if you Google just that you yawn a lot, it basically Google tells you that you have cancer and you have terminal cancer. It could be biological, but it could be just some reaction that your nervous system is doing. I couldn't really tell for sure. Yeah, it's sometimes they do so what the heck?
Look! Over there, it's Razor! And the Abyss Herald!
You, not welcome here!
So, the wolf's wretched spirit likes to raise wild pups now.
You know that you're overnumbered now.
You claim to be a guardian, yet your once sharp claws have clearly dulled since your days of godly glory.
What does this have to do anything with anything?
If you serve us, we can restore your divine powers you once held in the past.
What's a ghost good for you?
Lies. Lies.
What the heck is it?
Oh. Game? 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 You interrupted me in the middle of a scene. Game. Okay.
You,
Okay,
not welcome.
let's skip these.
You claim to be a guardian, yet your once sharp claws have clearly dulled since your days of... If you serve us...
What the heck is this ceremony? He looks like he's in a lot of pain.
This is a ceremony.
Oh no! Is this the same thing they did to corrupt Valen's mind?
I feel like yes.
Wolves never surrender. But this can't go on.
Time to for another run with Abyss Herald.
No matter how many times you resist us, your efforts are all in vain.
Wow, it's generic villain phrase number 3.
Bow before the abyss.
Come into feel this ancient power.
Lights out. You can't run.
Yeah, you guys can get actually fucking frozen. You're in a position to say that you are rulers of anything.
Burst forth. Live.
on.
Coming to beat. You can't run. First, witness my great undertaking.
You're almost dead.
Coming to beat.
Oh shit, he actually has a shield. Interesting, I better take care of you first then.
Punishment. You can't run.
Okay. It wasn't that clever to bring up a water guy, which I think has the most weakness together with the nature element.
Coming to be. Wind blade. Judgment.
So water.
Coming to be.
You can't run.
Burst forth.
Oh, so that's what happens when you summon another one in the middle of riding one. And I can do this.
You can't run.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, stay there.
You can't run.
Burst forth.
Well, it's not exactly that.
Once again.
There's another. Oh yeah.
You can't run.
Interesting. This thing just stayed around. That's not Almighty, but okay.
The ceremony was interrupted. How fortunate for you. How does an old spirit have such determined will?
What the fuck do you expect from a ghost?
No matter. This is but a small unforeseen variable. Our grand scheme will not be affected.
It disappeared again.
Yeah, this was stupid this time.
Thank you. You came just in time.
Human Lupercal, I am ashamed that you must see me in my present state. But still, the Abyss Herald underestimated my strength.
For real.
Lupus Boreas never refuses trial, but scary outsider, not respect trial rules. I too didn't see the trap.
Wait, so you mean the Abyss Order had everything prepared to corrupt Lupus Boreas' mind, then lured him out under the pretense of challenging him in a
It's
trial?
not really your fault, Razor.
Thank you. In the future, my claws must get sharper. You smelled danger and came here?
Sorta.
No, we heard about the danger. Paimon's nose doesn't even know what danger smells like.
Smells like sweat.
Besides coming to help, we actually have something to ask you about too. Excuse us, Mr. Wolf God. Do you know anything about the first field tiller?
I pay no heed to the contraptions of humans. I know not what this field tiller is. Though there was indeed one human-made machine that I can never forget.
Well, that's convenient for us, but would you mind speaking a little bit faster?
It entered into my proving ground by accident, and I mistook it for a challenger. But it could not think, only fight. It was designed as a pure killing machine from top to bottom. I eventually damaged it greatly with one of my attacks. Before it fell to the ground, it fled the proving ground.
How fast was it for it to flood you?
By the sounds of it, it's possible that could have been the very first field killer, right?
Could it shoot missiles?
I do not know this strange.
I should have this together.
As I said, I pay no heed to the contraptions of human. It could spin, leap high into the air.
Oh, but firewalls, yes.
Fireballs. Although no match for a god, it was stronger than even many who wield vision.
Interesting.
Fireballs? Hey, didn't we hear this somewhere else recently as well? Anyway, this pretty much proves that the first field killer came to Mondstadt, doesn't it?
So the first field killer was the one that caused such records in Mondstadt?
Sounds like the first one was way stronger than the mass-produced ruin guards that came after.
Yeah, if it actually did that.
But in this story, it was damaged at the proving ground while fighting the Wolf of the North.
Don't know, but did we help?
More than you could think.
Yes, you were a big help. Thanks. We need to keep investigating something super important. The Abyss Herald may have left, but the Abyss's forces are still attacking. You two be careful.
Yes, I smell more danger. Bigger danger.
Stronger danger.
Also, be careful.
Well, that was some good intel. Quick, let's go tell Dane.
I guess we just go back to the Star Wall and... Ah, come on. First aid.
That's right. Active biological organisms.
Dane, there you are. Did you see Master Jean?
I saw her, but purposely avoided her.
Of course.
As both the Lion Fang Knight and acting Grand Master, she naturally would have some reservations towards me. If I'm not careful, one day I may find myself becoming the object of one of her investigations.
Cool, mate.
But back to the matter at hand. I defeated some of the Abyss forces, but wasn't able to gather any information. Did you have more success?
Mm-hmm.
I see. Well then, we can more or less figure out where the first field tiller ended up.
Huh? Really? Just from the Lupus Boreas story?
Yes, because there's this thing that
That
happened.
information combined with a more comprehensive analysis. For example, the old story you told me you heard in the cathedral.
Mm-hmm, the Tyrant's Final Fury.
Exactly. The strange story told to you by that young sister, long mistaken to be a curse rained down by a deceased tyrant.
The ancient people of Mondstadt went out seeing the fireballs for what they were.
Paimon gets it. So the Tyrant's Final Fury was really just missiles fired from the field tiller after it ran from Wolvendom.
Uh-huh.
After it was damaged in the fight with the Wolf of the North, it must have wandered into the ruins of Old Mondstadt and stayed there.
Yeah.
Then, whenever anyone got close, pew, pew, boom! It would fire a ton of missiles at them. Until one day, it finally broke down for good. And
That means it has to still be around here.
Back then, the people of Mondstadt hadn't seen many ruin guards before, so they came to interpret it as the Tyrant's Final Fury.
Well, thanks for all the insight,
It
Paimon.
looks like we need to make a trip to Storm Terror's lair and comb the entire area.
No need.
What do you mean?
I remember.
You mean...
There was a one at the top.
Oh, Paimon remembers too! We saw that abandoned ruin guard sitting atop the tower when we went there before. Can't forget something like that.
Mm-hmm. Maybe they already have found it though. Oh wow. The domains that have a price, I should really farm now. I'll do it after this. Oh, why the city was down here? There it is. And to think that I thought that guard will be something important at the start.
This is it, right? Okay then, use your elemental sight to look for the eye.
No, right. Oh shit, there's nothing.
Ooh, so what did you see? Huh? Nothing? Oh, but Paimon was so excited. What's going on? Are you sure you did it right?
It does not seem special.
This requires another method. Using elemental sight on a field tiller is of no use because it is not powered by the elements.
Just mechanisms.
Let me give it a try.
Oh.
And done.
Wow! It's
the very thing the Abyss Herald has been seeking all along. The eye of
I'll have to destroy it then.
All of the ruin guards today are just replicas of this machine. As the prototype, its combat capability was unrestricted.
prototype? Oh, Paimon doesn't know that word.
Really?
Is it another ancient term from Conria?
As the Abyss Order has surmised, if this eye is placed in the hands of the defiled statue, and if the limbs of Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, are attached to the statue, there you have a mechanized god.
Damn.
And this newly born god will have the power to topple the divine thrones of Celestia.
An extreme and dangerous operation.
Yes.
Then, what should we do with this eye?
Hide it somewhere, no one will find it, destroy it.
I'll guard it.
Why not destroy it?
Huh? You? Dane? You won't go and do anything crazy with it, will you?
You may doubt me if you wish, but I must ensure it does not fall into the wrong hands.
But what are the wrong hands?
No matter where we may hide it, they will find it. And as for the Church of Favonius, well, you know I don't trust them.
Oh, right.
But our work isn't done yet. To avoid any further repercussions, we must also take care of that defiled statue.
By doing what exactly?
We can't have the church get involved. Let's handle it ourselves. As for what I mean by take care of it, naturally I mean to completely destroy it.
Destroy it? That's a statue of the Seven! As well as being a really important cultural relic, they're actually divine too!
I mean, it doesn't really have its story in it.
Well, good thing we didn't tell Barbara earlier. Otherwise she'd be going completely bonkers right now.
Do the Seven really expect me to help them look after what belongs to them? Let's go back to those ruins and destroy the inverted statue. If we are lucky, we will also run into that Abyss Herald.
Why not destroy... Hey, simple plan. Why not destroy this fucking eye?
I'll make sure it doesn't get away this time.
Because I have a bad feeling about you coming with us with the eye to the statue. Okay, that was where? The ruins over in Louis, I guess. Yeah, over here, I forgot. I don't feel good about this because it's very probably that they steal it from us and complete the operation. But anyhow, let's see. Let's see, Call of the Beast, here we go again.
So after all that running around, we end up right back here again.
Well, whenever we start, we have to end
We
it.
barely escaped this place last time, and now we're strolling right back in. Gee, surely we must be some of the bravest adventurers in all of Tibet. That or the stupidest.
Maybe the stupidest.
Creepy statue. We just need to follow the path we used to escape last time. That should take us right to it.
Yeah, well, they wear bubbles here.
Let's go, and remember to be on your guard.
I'll try to, but I don't know how easy it will be. Okay. Maybe there's no way to escape now.
Looks like we're here.
Uh-huh.
An eerie, lifeless, dark chamber. I understand the evil aura you were describing earlier.
Oh, such a scary place.
Be careful to not be overwhelmed by the power of the defiled statue. The Abyss Herald. It's here.
You sense correctly.
Hello there.
You are just as vexatious as ever, Dainsmith, enemy of the Abyss. I sense your
Public
soul
enemy.
is stained by terrible bloodshed, perhaps from your darkest nightmares, unless... Oh, and something far more dangerous. You reek of a corruption familiar to me. Then we are the same. We're both dangerous. But dangers from outside
I'll come back.
the Abyss Order must be caught and caged.
Basically, the Herald is saying that he cannot allow other people to be edgy. He's the only edgy.
It is your words that forever reek of corruption. Time to silence you!
I'll see if this time we kill it for real.
Live moments of birth.
You can't run.
I actually had to summon one of these guys. I have to do digital murals. Not really.
Ready, steady, go! Go,
I can only think of yeah, I was about to say like something like that, but I don't know like any specific apps to do that kind of murals. But I'm pretty sure that you could find it just by searching a mural making tool in Google or something like that.
You can't run.
That's not so valid. Mostly depends on what you're comfortable using.
You can't run.
Ah, yes. We're going to take a capture after it to make it a PNG.
Witness my great undertaking.
Ah, shit, he's doing that again.
I'll protect us.
Ah, I see. So it's just transparent mural. With no background, huh? I really don't have much idea of if there's tools to help with it, sadly. Oh shit.
Come on, we can do it.
Yo, come on.
Burst forth. Disappear.
One's on fire. How about yours? Dun, 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 dun.
Coming to be.
Ah, shit.
You can't run.
Live. Coming to be.
What a nuisance.
The fuck?
Judgment.
Wind blade.
Oh shit.
You can't run.
Dang. Gotta avoid it.
Let's dance.
Okay, even if it doesn't do any damage, it still heals us. Feel better?
Burst forward.
You can't run.
There you go. So we're gonna finally defeat it? Oh no. The portals. Ah. It's a special hand. Oh! Hello there! Lumine? Yeah, like I thought.
Hey! Could that be?
Lumine! Hello. I finally found you.
Wait! She just blocked an attack against the Abyss Herald! Your sister and the Abyss?
Aether, why are you with Dane?
Asking about Dane? Why are you guys giving me something that doesn't matter?
Sister knows Dane?
Lumine, we meet again.
What's going on here? Dane knows her too?
Like I thought so.
You shouldn't team up with this man.
Why?
He is my enemy.
Lumine.
Hold on a second.
But it must be said. Don't try to stop me. Don't try to stop the Abyss. That man, Dainsleif, was the Twilight Sword, one of the royal guards of the final dynasty of Conria. 500 years ago, he failed to prevent the destruction of Conria. A curse of immortality was laid upon him to forever wander the wilderness, while he watched the people he was supposed to protect turn into monsters of the Abyss.
That's not exactly his fault, is it?
You're saying Dane is from Conria? The same Conria that was destroyed 500 years ago? And you said the people turned into monsters? You're trying to tell Paimon that the Abyss Order is not only related to Conria, but is actually the people of Conria themselves?
Good thing he's slaughtering people.
And the whole thing about Dane being your enemy... Paimon's so confused.
You can tell me this later, let's go home.
Home. Yes. Of course. Home is wherever we are together. But I cannot go with you to the next world to find a new home. At least, not yet. Until the Abyss has engulfed the thrones, my war with Destiny will see no end.
Destiny?
Listen to me, Aether. I have already traveled through this world once. Once you reach the end of your journey as I did, you will see for yourself the true nature of this world.
Oh, fuck.
So we'll meet again. Though we need not rush, brother. I have more than enough time to wait for you.
We have always had enough time.
Oh no, it doesn't work on me.
Left. Oh, don't be too sad. We'll find them again. Look on the bright side.
F.
At least we got some really useful information.
I'm not sad.
You sure? At least now, as well as the 7, Dane is also a key part of finding your sibling too, right?
Another objective for our journey.
That's right. By the way, what they said just now was all pretty confusing. Did you understand it at all?
I pretty much got it.
Oh, well then, let's go over it again.
Rip Sachi.
First off, that Abyss Herald called your sister Princess. It seems like your sister is leading the Abyss Order. Even the Abyss Herald answers to her. Still, we don't know for sure if she's the highest ranking leader in the organization. Also, your sister said that she wants to engulf the thrones and go to war with Destiny. What the heck does that mean? Could it be that she wants to destroy the 7 and the 7 nations?
I could actually be Sachin. Not so far-fetched.
Next thing, turns out the Abyss Order monsters are really what the people of Conria turned into after their nation was destroyed. This story is just plain terrifying.
Yeah, well, because of its own nature. I guess we will find out once we reach the finals of the 7 nations, but...
Dane is from Conria too! He witnessed its destruction 500 years ago! But he didn't turn into a monster, and now he's fighting the Abyss Order.
I guess because he perceives that they're not the same people anymore?
So that's why your sister said that Dane is her enemy, right? But if the monsters of the Abyss are the same people that Dane protected all those years ago, then why is he enemies with the Abyss Order now? Also, how come, after all this time we spent searching for your sister, it turns out she's on the side of the Abyss? What's up with that?
Well, think about it over and over will solve nothing.
Yeah, you're right. We can't let ourselves get down about it now. Our journey's not over yet. Let's get a move on. Time to leave this terrible dark place and get back to the surface where the sun shines bright. If your sister wants you to reach the end of your journey, well then, show her what you're made of.
Sure, I'm going to destroy that thing first.
Come on, traveler. Let's go.
Okay. 7 nations, huh? Well, now we have something to look forward to. Well, I remember that Dane said that some of his adventure partners actually tried to dethrone the gods before, so that makes me think that maybe Lumin is actually trying to do something like that. Who knows? Who knows? And for now, that's where the main story is right now. Apparently we are getting to the Tier Land, the land of Inazuma in next patch. So for now the only things that we can do really is do the story quests of each of the character. We will start with Cleo, actually. Well, there's stuff here that we can do. Starting with Cleo, and we can do more of this because there's a bunch of story in this. And I think I can actually make this because I'm rank 39 now, so everything should be unlocked soon.
Made another handsome sum today.
Okay, first things first.
Add Astra.
Name this.
Add Astra.
Spatch. Yeah, like this. Yeah, like this. Yeah, like this. I don't know how long the story quest will be of each of the characters, but I feel we shall do them in a separate video, because I think they also take a lot of time in story, because you know, story. So I guess we shall first things first. Let me check something out before anything. Okay, here's better. So I guess I shall do that next time, and because it's been 3.5 hours and I wanted to take care of some business right now, so yeah, I guess I will end it right here. I gotta do some other stuff, sadly. Tomorrow though, it's probably going to be a long stream, I can feel. Let's get this. Hey, can I do a wish actually, now that I think about it? Can I wish to have Charlie? I guess we can do some of them. Let me first things first. Oh, still this hasn't reset, damn it. Well, I guess I can do a wish here. It's okay. No problem. Maybe one more. Yep, that's it. Gosh dang it. Okay. I guess we shall leave that right here. Let me get this. Okay. So next time we will start doing the character quest. I should have already done a long time ago, but I just felt like doing the main story first. But okay, we'll start with Klee and see what's that all about. Okay, so thanks to anyone that watched the stream, thanks to anyone that's watching the YouTube version. And with nothing else to say, have a good day, have a good night, have whatever you're having right now. I'll see you all later. Bye bye.